Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How are you so fucking... Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's clay. There's forest. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get naked. Join me.
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
Get the pronunciation.
Want to see my burger?
We're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?
Welcome. We're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show if it kills me, because god damn it, it's trying, and I am not at 100%. I have vomited twice in the last hour and a half. I'm tempting fate with a drink from Scooters that was dropped off for me by a friend. Thank you very much. After 3 days, he has risen from the dead. I mean, risen from the dead or like slowly slipping into the grave. I'm not sure which it is. What the heck? Says Well Salty. This is new music. I like it a lot. New music? This been the I got the theme off of the Stream Deck stuff, and I've had this one for the opening forever. And then the other one I have for the ending is more of a mellow guitar. Just kind of a fun thing. Yeah, I got both of those off Stream Deck, so I must always get here late. I don't know. You shamed me, Johnny. I shame everyone. Aw, yeah, Johnny's alive, says the Mad Hatter. Yes, I am alive. Breaking news, Zelensky is asking for loans, Johnny. He needs your help more now than ever. Oh, what? Well, let's check this out. Breaking news.
Can't
This has got to be fake, right? Right? This has got to be fake. The Aussie Crossback, or Cossack. The Aussie Cossack is the name of this CBTB. This can't be real, right? This has to be fake. This has got to be fake, Saint Caesar. This has got to be fake, because this looks... Literally, this looks like one of those, here, we'll go full screen it, fuck it. This looks like one of those fucking, I've got a Nigerian prince that only needs a loan.
If you can't give us some financial support, okay, please, give us a credit.
and we will give you back money after the war. If you can't give us some financial support, okay, please give us a credit, and we will give you back money after the war.
Again, it's gotta be fake.
You can't.
It's gotta be fake.
Can't give us some financial support, okay, please give us a credit, and we will give you back money after the war.
Yeah, just like those elections that are going to happen after the war. I mean, we'll see. Thank you for that, St. Caesar. I don't believe that that's going to happen. I don't believe that that's an investment worth having. Slow start to the show today, but that's my fault for taking time off. It's what happens when you can't do stuffs. Anyway, so thank you for being here on all three platforms. We have got all of those going on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. And like a dick, I can't remember to get that. Trucker 18 Wheeler's been going nuts on the Rumble chat, and I am a dillhole who nope, I don't want that to be a thing. Nope. Why is that this way now? Why you gotta be dumb, computer? Thank you for making fart noises. I love those. Those are always super helpful. And there we go. We'll just cover it like this because screw it. Yeah, screw it. Hey, Trucker 18 Wheeler's got YouTube clips saying Aaron keeps saying he's not gay. I got 2 clips that say otherwise. Let's pull these up here quick and see what we've got. We're gonna have to unmute them, I bet. So let's take this back here. Boop. And full screen it. And boopity boop. I was told you passed. Hi, Johnny's Ghost. Hey, Joe Berger. Nope, not dead. Not dead. Just fighting to live. Here we go. What's this? Aaron and April. Aaron's gay?
Dick came really fast.
Roots says he had sex with Sasha Grey.
Fucking attaboy.
Attaboy.
Can I smell your dick? Dick came really fast.
Roots says he had sex with Sasha Grey.
Okay. Not the best clip to promote heterosexuality.
You don't understand. I'm not gay.
Uh-oh. That's a strong lead-in. That already sounds bad. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Again, thank you, Trucker 18 Wheeler, for these 2 clips.
You don't understand. I'm not gay. I just cornhole other guys. You don't understand. I'm not gay. I just cornhole other guys.
It's April doing the math on that. It's, dude, the best part. The best part about this clip isn't even that what he says. It's watch April's reaction. All right, here we go.
You don't understand. I'm not gay. I just cornhole other guys.
All right, so he drops the bomb. It just hit. Her eyes went down and up. Then she looks over and has to do the math about the guy she married. She's like, wait a minute. That came out a little too easily. I mean, show, entertainment, bits, right, but was that an omission right there? Did this guy just... She's really got to do the math.
You don't understand. I'm not gay. I just cornhole other guys. You don't understand.
It's every time. It's April's reaction. That bit is funny. Sorry, my nose is leaking profusely because I like a fool kept vomiting earlier. I apologize. That happens. April doing Steiner math, thinking there's a 66 2/3% chance that Aaron actually likes blowing a load in men.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Johan, in da poo poo.
Alrighty, Cowbell coming in for Lab Glass. Thank you very much for supporting the show. It is a $20 goal for today's overtime. We're going to just kind of ride it, see how we do. And, yeah, because I feel like crap. So if we don't do overtime, then we don't do overtime. Anyways, 20 Cowbell Lab Glass things. Yeah, stuff. 27 months. Hey. Oh, gotta give her. And I forgot the Deadpool light. See what you fucking forget when you take time off. Oh, this is why we gotta just do shows every day. Just keep on keeping on. All right, let's close that up. I still have to load our first hour stories. We are not loaded up because I've been having too much fun with the clips and stuff. Thank you so much for being part of the show, jumping in here. I really appreciate that. Big kickoff we had early on, which is nice. Righty, and we are up on all 3 platforms, and I have to grab our first hour story, so I'll drop the audio just a bit. We're going to be talking about students walking out of a protest. Thank you, Was Fill Some Holes, for the stickers and the 100 bits. We better check that party situation, see where that's at. Holy shit, 300 bits away from that. Yeah, you're going to play an ad because I didn't move on fast enough. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking guy. All right, so KBS has been great this whole time, so we're going to see if that is hopefully solved. All right, we've got Biden getting confronted by a trans rabbi. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's apparently all it took for him to change his mind. Thank you, Dear Butch, for the 50 bits. We've got a story about an Alabama man who may have kind of, I don't know, may have taken, how shall we say, an abrupt exit because it came out that he was cross-dressing, which is one of the things where I'm like, if you have to actually, like, you know, excuse yourself from your mortal coil because they found out your dark, terrible secret, shouldn't you maybe not run for office? Holy crap, we have 2.5 minutes to catch a hype train. Holy shit. Trans rabbi, says Well Salty, with a question mark. This will not stand.
Here comes a train, a busy little
Well, there goes that.
rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver's head too. Wahey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes a
Edging.
day. Here comes a train!
Hello, motherfucker.
I gotta get better at doing the smoke rings thing. Thank you, Dear Butch, for the 100 bits. Level 1, 46%. We're probably gonna just knock out that goal. Holy balls. I want to be included in the party, says Well Salty. Well, Salty, the sticker party stuff is a Twitch thing. It's unfortunately something we can't get into the other platforms, but it's over like over here somewhere. On the side of the screen, you can just you can do the thing with the stuff and the little, like the symbol at the bottom here, right there. You can click that little heart thingy and do stickers, and then those cost money or channel points, and then you can do the free ones when, or all of them for free when the party's off. There we go. That's the thing. Thank you, Malazer. Sticker, 100 bits, Dear Butch. That one's a little weird. I'll admit, that one touched weird. All right, did we get everything else? We did. All of our stuff is up. All of our audio is good. We're ready to roll into the show. We've got a 53% hype train on level 1. I'm not dead yet. It's a great day. Fuck yeah. Gonna be back on the Steel Toe show tomorrow. Gonna be doing that remote just because I have to get my car fixed. But anyways, enough bullshit. Let's get into this first one that I did want to cover. 3 minutes left on the hype train if you want to do that. Let's get that first controlled burn out of the way just for the sake of it, and then we can reload this so that we're ready for number 2. Yeah, that's how we do it. All right. So now This first story we're talking about, high school students are walking out of class in protest of the transgender bathroom policy. I really, really don't know what way I'm going to fall on this. It's entirely on what part of the policy, what's the policy, and why are they protesting? See, because this is one of those weird things. I want to salute the kids and be like, yeah, fight for your rights because they're pulling this weird stuff, right? But also at the same, it's alive, says Fall in the Gray. It is alive. And if by it you mean my dick. I'm kidding. Well, yes and no. It is alive. It's just not doing anything. For years. All right. So the high school students, 50 to 100 of them. Wait a minute. 50 to 100? That's a very vague head count. 50 to 100. That's like saying 1 or 2. No. Which is it? You can tell very much. Was it 50 or was it 100? Was it 1 or was it 2? I mean, it's just, it was a number or it was double that. I mean, maybe. Really? Really couldn't. All right. Okay. So students at a Virginia high school in Loudoun County walked out in protest of their district's gender policy that allows non-binary, gender fluid, and transgender students to use whichever bathrooms and locker rooms they want based on their chosen identity. Yep, I'm in favor of the kids supporting this one. Yep. So yeah, I'm sorry. Even if it is just a an excuse to not take tests, I'm kind of in favor of this one. Well Salty throwing in 12 bits. Thank you so much for contributing. You're right. Well Salty saying I'm cheap, but every bit counts. You're absolutely right, and I am grateful for every bit we get. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, maybe I should have drank some coffee earlier. That seems to be solving the problem. Or it's the show energy. Either way, we're heating up. We're ready to go. The KBS has been great. We're going to do it. All right. So around 50 to 100 students at Woodgrove High School in Purcell, Virginia, participated in the walkout to protest 80-40, which the Loudoun County 80-40, that doesn't equal, that's some Steiner math. All right. Well, you see, you got a 60. Ah, God, I screwed it up. I was on a roll before with it, and then I got interrupted. Now I was like, I can lean back in again. Nope, can't. Alrighty, so 40, 20, 20. Thank you, Labglass. We are now 100 bits away from a sticker party. Be warned. And that hype train there finishing somewhere around 50% of level 1. Thank you so much. Alrighty, in the locker rooms in the morning, it's an invasion of privacy. Oh, whoa. Alrighty, now we're getting into this. Did I skip something? Nope, that's just where the statement started. The students said, wait a minute, ABCWGCLA. Wait, did we have an actual article?
Well, students at Loudoun County High School walked out in protest over a controversial policy.
7 News' Nick Monaco. Percival and Nick, this comes after our exclusive report that some students and families are concerned about this policy. What's going on?
All right, let's pause it right there because we are, again, 30 bits away from a sticker party. 20 bits away from a sticker party. So I'm hesitant to start the story because at any point it could get... Yeah, see, there we go.
All stream stickers are free in 3, 2, 1, go!
Egg Picker saying, hi, I'm on YouTube today. Well, hey, Egg Picker, thank you for being on YouTube. The stickers are free for a limited time. Butchie and I have fun, says Labglass. You do, and we love it. Thank you so much for being part of the show. I like that it looks like someone's tickling his ear. We're just covering the screen now at this point. This is awesome. Again, it's the end of the day. Let's wind it down. Let's have some fun. It's what we do here. And it's going great. Oh, and tomorrow you can use the Aaron has tasted a lot of semen against him. Yeah, I can. Tomorrow's going to be fun. The sound drops and whatnot. Hopefully it won't have that audio issue. But either way, all right, so thank you for that. We're kicking that off. Again, we have the Rumble chat up if you guys want to tune in on there. We got that as well. We'll get back to this story now as these stickers all fade off. Just kidding, YouTube sucks, says Small Egg Picker. Hey, man, I keep every option available. You use the one you like. I think all opinions are valid. When it comes to the streaming stuff, if you can watch the show and help out, we love it. And we're going to check our goal later. I think we've probably hit our $20 for today. I'm going to say we're probably pretty damn close. So at least close enough to not have to worry about it. So let's go ahead and get into this again. This is in Louisiana, was it? Fuck. Loudoun County. Fuck, I don't remember.
Fuck off. We don't
exactly.
make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Ha! Tell that to my pants.
Yeah, we're talking about Loudoun County Public Schools' shared bathroom policies that allow non-binary and transgender students to use the bathrooms and locker rooms of their choice. And today, 50 to 100 students at one Loudoun County high school had a pretty simple message to the school board. They want them to restore girls-only and boys-only locker rooms and bathrooms.
In other words, guys, and I'm with them on this. I hate to admit this, but this is very much, how shall you say, feeding into my preconceived notions, if you want to call it that. But pretty much in one loud voice, what the kids are saying is,
boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And for the sake of everybody, you can tell which one you've got and use the right, accordingly. Rusty Grammar saying in binary 01100010101010010. Are you doing that song? Fucking A, I don't even remember the name of the band that does it, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know what you got there, but hey, Rusty Grammar, good to see you. I don't speak binary. I barely got a handle on English, and I'm working on Japanese solely because there's a restaurant in town that's like super Japanese, and I'm what's the term? Oh yeah, white, lame, and nerdy. Clutch, thank you. Harvey all reminding me of the band Clutch. There we go. It was a good song. I still have no idea what they're saying. Because it's like a word or a phrase in binary, and I have no idea. Rusty Grammar dropping it over in the YouTube chat as well. Oh shit, I got that on. Let's switch that to live chat. There we go. All right, and Rusty Bot says, "Dear Butch, indeed. 313, my friends. Long live Redbeard." Even only in memory. Anyways, here we go. Back to this story. Kicking it off again. I'm glad that the students are protesting this stuff because this is something I don't agree with largely for kids and younger people. So I'm glad that the younger people are finally standing up and going, no, we're not okay. Like the Riley Gaines stuff catches a weird amount of like public flack. But it's strangely painful, but thank you so much for the support.
Students at Woodgrove High School walked out in protest of the Loudoun County School Board's policy that allows non-binary, gender fluid, and transgender students to use the school bathrooms and locker rooms of their choice.
In the locker rooms in the morning, it's an invasion of privacy, as I said, because when men and natural-born males are in our locker rooms and they are showering in the morning, natural-born females can walk in there as they please and as they want to do so.
Wait a minute. Okay. I'm about to make a really weird divert. I have to apologize. I said I was in favor of this protest. I said I supported these kids and what they're saying. Wait, I expected that to be... Who? What? You're worried about an invasion? Oh no, the girls came in and they saw our wee-wees. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. This is one of those situations where you should not be making this message. Like again, like an invasion of privacy and a certain level of how shall we say, certain level of victimization. I really don't feel like that happens when you're a dude. Like, these guys are Saint Caesar, like, I want this. This is weird. This is really weird, because I want this to be the thing. I want this to be the situation. I want this to be the way people are treating this stuff, because that's how I feel. So, you know, it's always great. Okay, Mike Pence. Right? Again, like, you know, it's particularly bad in the morning. Like, I thought he was going to say, like, you know, like, dudes will be showering in the morning, and sometimes you can't help it because you're a guy. And if that was a guy in a girl's locker room, that would be weird. Like, that would be one thing. But now it's just like, it's an invasion of privacy. And it's like, in the morning, it's particularly aggressive because, like, we're in the locker rooms, and then there's chicks who could, like, walk in while we have our balls out. And, like, I'm not ready for you to see me like this. Like, wait a minute, what? What? I'm sorry. When I was his age, if I was showering in the locker room at school, a girl walking into the locker room was the least worst. Like, I had very few scenarios in my head where that happened, but if I had one, it was not bad. Just saying overall. Weird kind of bailout. They might be fat girls with cute faces, and they don't count. Oh, no. He has micro penis. Maybe. I mean, again, it's weird because, like I said, I'm in favor of the sentiment, but fucking Joffrey Lannister here is just the wrong messenger, okay? You shouldn't be advocate. Well, Salty, can I say that? Well, Salty, did I run you all off YouTube? What? Why did the YouTube numbers crash? I don't know. The numbers look good on my end. I think Dyke is making a comeback. What? I have no idea. Sometimes the happy place turns sad when an ugly... Oh, no, well, Salty. Oh, no. Sup, Rumble, says Deerfest. Hey, Rumble and Deer Butch on Rumble. Good to see you. Now everyone's just jumping around all the platforms. Fun. We've got like 10 people watching us, but this is like 4 different platforms. It's like 40 people. Oh, my God. We're growing by leaps and bounds.
And that is not okay, and it goes against what we believe in.
In 2021, the Loudoun County School Board voted 9-3 to adopt the district-wide policy known as Policy 8040. These students have had enough, and they want the policy reversed.
Okay, on the one hand, I like that we keep hearing from dudes because it does kind of at least spread the message that this is a both-side thing. Keeping the numbers up. Yeah, there we go. Let's keep the numbers up. As long as the show's funded and the numbers are up, who gives a shit? Alrighty. Boom. Yeah, like, I'm glad that we're seeing and hearing from the dudes, but at the same rate, it's weird to be hearing the guys like, and I don't want them to see my dick, guys. Like, it's not ready for, like, prime time, Alex Stein. It's just, you know, it's not ready. It's not in presentation form.
Uncomfortable, you think, for students here, this policy that allows non-binary and transgender students to use the locker rooms and bathrooms of their choice?
Very uncomfortable.
I want to be able to, when I get off of football practice, to go put my pads away and change with not feeling uncomfortable with other genders in there watching me.
All right, come on. I'm sorry. No. You can't tell me that you get off of practice, you're like, all right, guys, good hustle, and I swear to, if there's any tits in that locker room, I am gonna lose my shit. I only want to see oiled up, muscular, naked men running around in my locker room after practice. I did not spend all afternoon grabbing man ass to just turn around and suddenly be like, you know what? How about some tits? Nope. Dick's only for me. Because quite frankly, I have to put it in specific terms.
Cause the pussy ain't shit. The pain is for me. The pain is for you.
The hell is that? Did I just get a booger on my microphone? That's creepy. I figured out the football team is gay, and that ruins the fun. Call Aaron. He can help. Aaron's busy right now. He's getting ready to do another show over on Compound. Bam Bong. When I was his age, I wanted to show the girls. Like, again, the message is very, very much one I support, and it's one that I expect to hear from women, particularly because, again, it's a weird double standard. But as a dude, women seeing you naked isn't really something you're worried about. Simply put, as a guy, because your extremities are external, there's a lot less of a sense of violation just from someone seeing them. They can't do. What are you going to do? Touch it? Ooh. It's external. And here's the best part. If you scare me, it just makes it more internal. And to a certain point, you can't scare an erection out of me, right? So if I'm uncomfortable or I'm not attracted to you sexually, it doesn't. But see, for a woman, that's not the same. And for women, it's not the same. Like, so I get, but it just, yeah. It's weird. I got done with practice and I don't want to see any chicks.
Rooms and bathrooms of their choice.
Very uncomfortable. I want to be able to, when I get off of football practice, to go put my pads away and change with not feeling uncomfortable with other genders in there watching me. Especially, I feel the girls should feel the same way about the situation. How would you feel if you're a female changing with a male in the restroom?
All right, so here's the thing. I don't know that I believe the guys, all right? I don't buy it, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he supports the message from the girls' point of view, the way the way I am right now. He supports it from the girls' point of view, but he doesn't want to come off that way. So just like, I do not want to change and have take my pads off and have some lady there and see her to see me with my pants off, and I have to explain to her what a turtleneck is. Some of us aren't Jewish, okay? And some of us were not circumcised at birth. It's a thing, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's actually natural. Well, Salty, we'd laugh so hard we'd make them soft forever. Look, man, I don't need to get done with football, have a coach tell me how I need to quit being a pussy, dropping that fucking double back play, and then all of a sudden some chick is over there, and she's like, what's up with your dinky? Looks pretty tiny, and all of a sudden now I got stage fright for the rest of my life, and I can't perform. I've done the mental math, and there's been an uncomfortable amount of clips that could have been taken out of this one already. That is not good.
Massive safety risk, and they don't do anything about it, and we express these concerns, and they ignore us and write us off as right-wing crazies.
See, she's saying exactly what I'm talking about. See, and this is one where, I'm sorry, I believe this, where she's like, we have safety concerns. And right, guys, oh, by the way, there's only a shit ton of stories about those safety concerns being validated. Jesus, man. Validated. So, again, you are right-wing crazy to have these safety concerns because we only have a ton of stories about people pretending to be women to abuse women in penal institutions, colleges, bathrooms, restrooms. Again, I'm not saying any person who's trans is an abuser. I'm saying abusers found a very easy niche to abuse people in.
A massive safety risk, and they don't do anything about it, and we express these concerns, and they ignore us and write us off as right-wing crazies. We're not crazy, we just don't want to be in danger on a daily basis in this building.
Meanwhile, a smaller group of counter-protesters waved pride flags.
I'm here to support all the children, no matter who they are.
Thank you. That kid's a pussy anyway. Jesus, dear fest. All right. Remember, if you like getting a little liberal with your words, the Rumble chat, as far as I know, is a much more free speech platform. One of the reasons we don't have it on the screen, and we will read everything we can out of it. So if you wanna cut loose over there, more than welcome to. This lady, I want to say, you support all the children, but you never considered shaving all of your lip. You just get the sides. You left a little. It's not a Hitler stash because it's like an upside down triangle. But I mean, I feel like, ma'am, you missed the divot. That's a common thing when you first learn to shave. I know I discovered this as a kid. You got to focus on here. If you've got a severe lip divot in the middle, that's going to have what you'd call a 5 o'clock shadow popping out unless you give it some special attention. Again, just right in there. It's a little distracting. I want to take you seriously, but I keep going, dude, woman. I'm doing the math between your voice, your face, the facial hair. It's a lot of up and down.
Hey, laser lips. Your mama was a snowblower.
At least my mom didn't have to wax her upper lip. Or if she did, she had the decency to do a good job, so I never had to question it.
Yours, mine, all of them.
About 50.
I'm here to support all children. Yours, mine, all of them. And I'm here to support the ones that maybe have a different gender identity, including the small percentage of those few that also have an obsession with, being pervs. Again, we've only done stories about people at college, prisons. I'm feeling like a broken record the more I repeat this. Again, I'm going to say this and expose a little bit of myself.
Fuck off.
No, you fuck off. I have to sit down to pee. All right? It's not awesome. I have to sit down to go to the bathroom as a guy. So I always have to use the stall because, quite frankly, using the urinal isn't an option. Do I feel awesome about it? No. And if you're a trans woman and you had to do that, quite
Warning,
frankly, the rest
an
of us
asshole
would be.
has entered the chat.
Who's the asshole? Glad you ain't dead, says mediocre personality. Me too, but hey, the day is still young.
50 to 100 students walked out asking the school board to restore girls-only and boys-only locker rooms, showers, and bathrooms in schools.
It should be the entire school. But there are a lot of people who are scared to speak out against it, so they stayed inside because they didn't want to receive the backlash.
I think it's...
See, that's what I think. I think the dudes are either A, using this, they all look like the football team, by the way. The dudes are either A, using this to cover up for their homosexuality, B, using it to get out of class, or C, they legit believe this stuff, but they can't push it, like, on behalf of the ladies, because that's too alpha Chad, so they got to kind of be like, I don't want women in my locker room. Or it's D, all of the above. Just a bunch of gay dudes be like, leave those women alone and leave the dicks for me. Honestly, keep your stinky poo-poo vagina out of here. Mikey jumping up in the chat saying hello to Joe and Butch. Good to see you, Mikey. Again, Jake Hudson stole my name on Rumble, says Dear Butch. What? Jake Hudson stole your name on Rumble? Well, that's a down low, dirty move. It's unforgivable. Unforgivable. You guys like Animal Planet?
People finally stepping up and just being sick of it. We're sick of being here and just being completely ignored.
Oh, but you're a woman. You should get used to it. Again, the trans movement, the best part about the trans movement, especially with regards to like the bathroom and the sports stuff, is that you cannot get a brighter F-U woman flair in the world. And, oh, well, look, we have to respect everyone's feelings. Yeah, but what about my feelings? I'm just a natural lady and I've got nowhere else to go. There is no just natural ladies bathroom. How do I feel safe from this encroachment on my space? How do I have personal space? Oh, F you. What? You expect to have rights? You're a woman. You're only 3/5 of a person. Yeah, but they're pretending to be a woman. Yeah, but they started out a dude. That gives them a leg up over you. They just kind of have an advantage because they had a penis or still do. And that's my other thing. I am a fervent believer. Joe Berger, here's the thing. I'm a fervent believer in trans, in after. Here's why, because this will weed out the pervos. Post-puberty trans people, if you've got a dick, it don't count. If you want to identify as a woman, you gotta lose the schwanz. If you want to be in their bathrooms and go to their dorms and participate in their sports in their locker rooms, you gotta cut it off first. And if you go, but I am attracted to women and I identify as a woman, so I need no, then you're just a guy, a cheating guy, which a lot of them are in the sports world. Sorry. Anyways, enough about me. A Florida man faces a hate crime charge after police say he ripped off a postal worker's hijab and punched her in the face. That, Silvio Deontay NJ, that is a story I don't have and I might have to look into. I would consider that a hate crime if he ripped off a postal worker's hijab and punched her in the face. I mean, if you ripped off someone's hat and punched them in the face, would that not be a hate crime? I feel like you don't do that out of love. Like, hey, man, you're my friend. Like that comes from an area of anger. Love and hate, while similar, I don't think that's how that works. So, yeah. But that's an interesting story. I might have to look into that. Let's finish this because I'm taking way too long and we're almost out of the first hour.
And I am hearing from students at that high school who wanted to participate in that student walkout this morning, but their teachers discouraged them to do so. So I did reach out to LCPS.
They wanted to participate in that walkout, but their teacher discouraged them. Did they want to participate in the walkout for or against? Because here's the weird part. There were two walkouts. There was a walkout against the ruling, and there was a walkout against the walkout. So which side were they on? Because I have a feeling, just a hunch, if they were on the first side, they did, oh, don't do. Is it like a rule now that all the teachers have to be pro this gender ideology stuff? Is there, like, I don't want to be tinfoil fat conspiracy theory guy, but I kind of feel like it seems like there's a concerted effort. It's starting to make me uncomfortable, really uncomfortable.
Asked them why that was. I also asked them, are they going to reverse this policy? They told me that they're following the policy that the school boards put in place, and they are reviewing the governor's model policy. So we'll let you know when they have an answer on that.
In other words, they're not going to say yes or no because they'll catch backlash. But most importantly, they're not going to do shit because why would they? Oh, boy, this is just ridiculous. I mean, yes, it's wrong. Guys can compete in women's sports. Trans people don't really bother me that much. But who cares where they pee? Silvio, here's where it lands for me. I was explaining this earlier. It's not that I give a crap where somebody pees. It's that we have far too many instances, stories, where someone uses their need to use a girl's restroom to do inappropriate things. We had the one parent who went after the school board because his daughter got R-worded because of these kind of policies. Again, my problem isn't like, oh no, there's a dude who's going there to pee. My problem is that there's a lot of women who are vulnerable to a bigger man, and there are males who use this transgender ideology stuff. R-word. No. They don't like me saying it, they don't like me saying it on YouTube and stuff. That's why I don't say it. R-A-P-E, since you can't put it together, but okay. Anyways, so, yeah, graped rhymes with tape. Again, my point is there's too many of these situations and instances that happen, and there's never, ever any movement from the trans community calling out those bad actors. So I'm just on the personal line of it can't happen if they don't allow it. If you don't allow biological men in with the women, you can't have the bad actors. You can't have it happen. That's where I land on it. But yeah, it's not so much about the fact that they're actually going it's not so much about going the bathroom as it is about who's in the restroom with you and how safe do you feel. Silvio Deonte. Experts in 12 states, including law enforcement officials, government employees, and advocates for victims of sexual assault, have debunked right-wing myth that sexual predators will exploit transgender non-criminal. Oh, they've debunked that theory. Right. Okay, so I'm glad that they debunked that theory. I'm not going off of theories. I'm going off of news stories. Oh, and I really trust law enforcement officials, government employees, and advocates for victims of sexual assault because all of those institutions are completely innocent of any wrongdoing ever. Oh, actually, the victims of sexual assault, I don't know if they were. But again, they investigated themselves and found themselves to be innocent. Right. Let's see. I hate that I'm doing this, and I'm doing this for one person, so I'm doing it for just a second. Here's one. Some parents are calling for the Loudoun County Public School Superintendent's job after a teenage boy charged with sexual assault at one school was allowed to transfer to another school where he was charged in a second sexual assault. The first attack reported inside Stonebridge High School in late May, where a 9th grade girl says a boy forcibly sodomized her in the bathroom. Yeah, tell me this isn't happening. Tell me this isn't happening. The place we talked about where they walked out has one boy who did it twice in 2 schools. It's not happening. We're making it up. It's completely debunked, guys. It's completely debunked. We just have one story, an effortless search, one story of one student doing it twice in 2 different places. That's one story off of one search. And here, let's go back to my Google thing. This is how pissed off I get at this shit. Because when you call it out, people say you're full of shit. 1 story, 2 story, 3 story, 2 of them about Loudoun. Again, tell me that none of this is happening. You're reporting a boy in school, not a transgender adult. No, they're reporting it as a boy in school because they won't call him a transgender adult. All right, so let me get this straight. The boy that went into the daughter's restroom, the guy that went into the girl's restroom, pretending to be a lady, the guy that went into the girl's restroom because he identified as a woman, that has nothing to do with trans people. So when they commit a crime, they're not trans? Is that what you're saying? Numerous conservative media outlets, including the Daily Caller, WND, have similarly promoted the myth that sexual predators... Yeah, and a bunch of what do you call it? A bunch of deniers and a bunch of idiots also promote the idea that it's completely made up. Numerous left-wing media outlets promote the idea that, you know what, actually, here's what we're doing. You just love to come in here and be
Warning.
contrary.
An asshole has entered the chat.
So, I mean, I can't change your opinion if I confront you with the facts and you just say they're made up. So I'm not interested in changing your opinion, but this is the last time I'm going to say this. I'm not angry about this because it's not happening and I'm making it up. I'm angry about this because I keep coming up with stories and I keep reading these stories and I keep hearing the same thing about people going, hey, can we do something to stop this? Oh, you're a hateful bigot. We just watched The Lady. I haven't said anything about you making things up. No, I'm not saying you're saying things about me making things up. I'm saying the people that you're saying that are making stuff up, and I'm not calling you a hateful bigot. You keep... or an asshole. I'm not saying you're calling me a hateful bigot or an asshole. You're confronting me, and I'm giving you evidence to the contrary, and you're saying, but you're doing it to me. All right, well then tell you what, since we can't get along and it's my show, here, since you can't seem to piss off on your own, and I'm apparently being a problem, then how about this? Boom. Now you're good. There you go. Feel free to leave. But who has it too? I mean, I just, again, move on, dude. That's the thing. Silvio has literally, like, provoked me on multiple subjects. Like, when I start ripping on Biden, Silvio's one of these, here's what it is. Silvio's one of these super ooper duper left-wing people who can't handle when anything on the left gets criticized or called out. So he has to start defending it. So, like, when I start talking about Biden, he has to bring up Donald Trump because, oh, well, Donald Trump, like, oh, but Trump has nothing to do with this. And then there's that situation there where we were talking about the trans people being a problem, but the students having a problem with it. And then, oh, well, you know, multiple places and left-wing areas have debunked this. Multiple left-wing sources have debunked this this crazy conspiracy theory from the right that trans people cause all these problems. And again, the part that pisses me off about that is it's not a conspiracy theory. I'm not basing it off of a conspiracy theory or something I heard from a blog. I'm basing it off of the piles of stories I go through where people in prisons and other places use their gender identity to abuse women. That's all I'm doing. I'm not happy with it. I'm not comfortable with it. I think it makes men look bad. I think it makes the trans community look bad. I think it makes a lot of people look bad. And nobody calls it out. And if they do, they get called a bigot. And the trans community, for certain, doesn't call it out. So, yeah. Anyhow, MSNBC GTQ2 plus idiot talking head. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Here's one thing. I don't like banning people from the show. I don't like pulling that particular button. But you know, like if you're gonna come in here and like if you want to call me out on something on what I'm talking about, fine. But if you just jump in and start kicking me in the dick on every topic, like every time you chime in, it's only to kick me in the dick on something, then I'm like, we don't need you. Anyways, if it's debunked, explain all the women in correctional facilities that get pregnant because of trans. Again, Zen Rhino. That's why I was getting upset, because the person said, oh, it's been debunked. It's been debunked. And I'm like, if it's been debunked, why do I have these stories? And I pointed one out, and he just, again, went back to being debunked. It's, you know what? I'll give Silvio this, whether just riling me up for fun or being a troll. You got me going. You got me going. And I'm going to take the beautiful motivation that is and move on. Again, the students are rejecting this policy. I was sitting there talking about, we literally had one story from that county, one guy, 2 schools, 2 different incidents. I can't say more than that. Unfortunately, I really can't. So let's go ahead and student walkout. We did that. We did the damn thing. All right, so let's get to this. A transgender rabbi, apparently from Minnesota, that's why I have this story, called out President Biden last week. Suspect blame. It's time to transition into the next story. Well, this one's interesting. A transgender rabbi called out President Biden and interrupted him, demanding a ceasefire now. And apparently they got Biden to change his opinion, like, in real time. And so what's weird to me about this, other than the, like, why does the transgender rabbi thing have anything to do with it? The fact is our president literally got called out by someone in the audience and went, you know what? I'm going to change my opinion. As the leader of this country and a strong believer in what I'm doing, you got a point. But I mean, hey.
Oh my God.
People, as a rabbi, I need you to call for a ceasefire.
If you care about Jewish people as a rabbi, I need you to call for a ceasefire. All right, ma'am. And I want to say, if he cares about the American people as an American citizen, he needs to say, not my pig, not my farm. I hate this idea that because you belong to a group, you get to tell somebody what they get to do. Who gives a shit if you're a Jewish person or a rabbi? You don't get to ask him, or you don't get to tell him that he has to call for a ceasefire. Thanks for wearing the shirt, Johnny. The check's in the mail. Dear Butch, I didn't wear it for the check. I wore it because I love the shirt. And God willing, as long as I'm still above ground next year, I'll be a Deerstock, Butchfest, Deerfest, Stock Deerfest, whatever it is. Things in the woods with stuff. We're going to hang out, shoot guns, listen to music, and have fun. Hell yeah. Good times. Alrighty. Deerstock. There we go. Should patent that. All right. Anyway. I love that people are hissing her. She's like, hey, as a Jewish rabbi, I am demanding that you call... And people by... By the way, trans Jewish rabbi, could you try any harder to go, I need everything to be about me all the time? Just asking. All right, so I guess this doesn't... this is... The clip is supposed to show him actually changing his mind. I thought they actually got him to... All right, a Minnesota man who says he is a woman and also a rabbi, we covered that, prompted President Joe Biden to call for a pause in the Israel campaign against the Hamas in the Gaza Strip. I think we need a pause, Biden said, when the man named Jessica Rosenberg interrupted the event to declare, if you care about the Jewish people, as a rabbi, I need you to call for a ceasefire now. Again, we don't control that. Why does everyone think that we have to do something? Why do we always have to do something? Nice back fat. Hey, man, that lady, that... All right. Anyways, that person just wants to bring an end to everything. You know, they just want to declare a ceasefire. Now, I'm not on either side, ma'am, but I would think as a Jewish person, if you care about the Jewish people, you demand they fight for their homeland. I'm just saying they didn't start the attack, but they gonna finish it. Because we provide the money and the weaponry. Right, we do, and I don't want us to. That's my point. I don't want us to be involved. But and that's the thing. People keep here's the thing. People keep calling out for us to be involved, one side or another. We can't escape this stuff, man. Again, people are dying over here because of it. Asked for a holocaust. Oh! Thank you, suspect blaming. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful quote. Ma'am, as for the whole declaring a pause, a ceasefire, you might want to talk to some people on this side of the continent.
We are tracking breaking news out of Thousand Oaks. A Jewish man has died from injuries after a confrontation with protesters. The incident happened Sunday as Palestinian protesters gathered near the intersection of Westlake Boulevard and Thousand Oaks Boulevard.
Well, here's what we know right now. Ventura County Fire confirms that it responded to an incident, a fight in progress.
Oops. All right. Now, it's a shame I already booted Silvio, because it would have been fun to keep him for this one question I had. Do we have any stories? I mean, any at all. Any stories of pro-Israel people just hauling off and attacking pro-Palestine protesters or activists? You know, not like a confrontation like literally like they were just marching like we deserve a place of our own, and somebody from like the pro-Israel movement just went and attacked them. Because I have a lot of those stories the other way. I have a lot of them the other way. I can't find any going Hamas or not Hamas, excuse me. Can't find any going Palestinian people getting just uncalled for attacks by Israelis or pro-Israel people. I don't have any pro-Israel people threatening Palestinians or pro-Palestinian people at colleges. Again, other way around, I got a couple of those. So it seems weird. Just, I demand a ceasefire. Can you guys, I think what we're learning is you guys just can't get along.
With an elderly man down. And this evening, we received word from the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles that the man has died. The Jewish Federation releasing a statement.
So we officially have our first Jewish casualty in America. Congratulations, pro-Palestinian guys. You now have made this an international war.
Which said in part, we are devastated to learn of the tragic death of an elderly Jewish man who was struck in the head by a megaphone wielded by a pro-Palestinian protester in Westlake Village. Our hearts are with the family of the victim. We are waiting for more details on this, including what led.
All right, Labglass saying, I want us to start sending muskets and trebuchets. We just can't send the guillotines. We need to keep those here. You know why. You know why. You know why. All right. Well, there was the guy that killed the 6-year-old Muslim. Was that an Israeli or pro-Israel? Well, then we have one. Congratulations. Thank you very much for correcting me. Let's put one on the board. Oh, and to at least prove my point that there aren't really any winners in this, the one we have going the other way, 6-year-old Muslim kid. Awesome. Awesome. I'm sure that person posed a whole lot of threat. I'm sure that person's whole existence really, really made it difficult to secure the homeland for Israel. Good thing you took out a 6-year-old.
To the confrontation and why.
Micah, Sherry, good evening. A very disturbing story out of Thousand Oaks. Take a look here. About a dozen or so people they've gathered here following this tragic update. This happened Sunday during an Israeli-Palestinian rally. Now, there's a group of pro-Israeli supporters who've gathered tonight. One of their own died after being struck and fell to the ground. There was some type of altercation with a counter-protester. And tonight, the Sheriff's Department, they're investigating this as a homicide.
Well, considering a guy died, I mean, it wasn't an intentional, it was accidental homicide. I'm sure the person didn't intend to kill him. But then again, you have to realize you're punching an old person, all right? That's a grapefruit right there. And odds are you're going to have to pay for it, all right? You're going to have to pay for it one way or another. I'm sorry, you can't walk out of the store without damaging the merchandise. You got to pay for that shit.
A bloody scene as we see an elderly man on the ground. That man, identified as 69-year-old Paul Kessler, would later die of his injuries. KTLA obtained video from the Shell gas station on Thousand Oaks and Westlake, where there was a Palestinian rally around 3 p.m. Sunday. Kessler, who is Jewish, was holding an Israeli flag, standing next to someone holding a Palestinian flag.
Okay, all right. This story just took a turn. I officially am no longer on this guy's side. You knew what you were doing, asshole. They're standing there. Pick your own side of the street. Again, what is it with people having to be somewhere they're not allowed? Oops, wrong button. What is it with people having to be somewhere they're not allowed? All right? Those people, this is, I'm sorry, is pro-Israel people, but this is America, and so pro-Palestinian people have the right to gather and go, hey, we deserve our own country. They have the right to do that. They have every bit the right to do that. You have the right to gather and be like, I support Israel's right to exist. But to just literally to stand right next to them, could you try any harder to put your dick in their face? I kind of am starting to understand why you got punched. Because you were asking for it. You were asking for it. You just kept muscling in, going, do something. Kind of the same way Israel's been kind of muscling in on the Gaza Strip and parts of area that you said the Palestinians get. You kind of keep muscling in, and then they come back at you like, oh, no, what happened? It's almost like nobody's forgivable in this.
There was some type of altercation, the signage obstructing the view of how things unfolded, but at one point you see the Israeli flag go down.
You see the Israeli flag go down. You know where you wouldn't have seen it go down? If he would have stuck to the other side of the street. This whole idea that you have to protest the protest right next to the... Oh, you guys want to fight. You want to fight. But neither one of you has the balls to throw a fist first, so you stand right next to each other, and it got more and more heated until someone did finally swing first. And we have no idea who it was, because we can't see.
It's unclear what exactly happened, but investigators say Kessler fell backwards and struck his head. Some witnesses say Kessler was hit with a megaphone by a counter-protester. He died early Monday morning. The cause of death, blunt force.
Okay, so the person here that says Free Palestine with a pro-Palestinian flag is standing over this person. I'm guessing it was an accident and things got a little out of hand. But I'm going to tell you right now, that guy shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been there. Flag down, flag down, flag down, flag down. By God, King, he is God is my witness. He is broken in half. That man is destroyed right now. He has a family. Oh. Yep, horrible impersonation.
Head injury, according to the medical examiner's office.
It's tragic. It's sad. But demonstrations of hate have consequences.
Who is the demonstrator of hate? Because, I mean, if you want to be technical, those people were using their First Amendment rights to argue for the right to have a country of their own, something that you say you deserve. So if you want to talk about who's hateful, I feel like the person standing next to them provoking them with the Israeli flag, like, we have a country and you don't, we have a country and you don't, that's kind of hateful. But I mean, that would be, you know, your tribe. So I'm guessing you're not talking about them.
And we see these demonstrations going on throughout the country.
Rabbi Moshe Frisky.
Again, demonstrations of what? The right to have a country is not crazy. Like, supporting Hamas is fucked up or whatever. But you can't call it a hateful demonstration just because they want to have a country. That's not a hateful demonstration.
With Chabad of Agura Hills was
hit by a megaphone. Jimmy Hart was involved. Oh, shit.
To hear of the passing.
I was in touch with his widow today. She knows that our entire...
Where did you touch his widow? What do you mean you were touching his widow? I am really worried. Touching... Didn't expect that to happen.
Our community, the entire Chabad community, the entire Jewish community is there with her. Anything that she needs, we will be there and support her in any possible way.
Ventura County Sheriff's deputies are...
Are you saying sexually? It sounds like you mean sexually. I mean, I'm not trying to make this pervy, but you are equating anyone who's holding a pro-Palestinian, again, the main problem here was that this guy couldn't leave well enough alone. God, I hate it when stereotypes are a thing. I mean, come on. You couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, I couldn't just stand by and let somebody protest the existence of my country. I had to stand next to him and go, well, if you have a flag, I can have a flag. All right. Here we go. Moving on. Boom.
Are investigating the death as a homicide. Jewish leaders say regardless of where one stands on the crisis in the Middle East, there should be no room for hate.
We're alarmed. We're angry.
Why are you automatically assuming that the other... So this is the problem. We don't have a camera angle, and we're assuming the other guy didn't do anything to instigate. I'm not trying to get on the Israeli or on the Palestinian people's side here. But I have no idea who started what. But I can tell you that Palestinian group planned to meet there and protest. That Israeli guy or pro-Israeli guy kind of just showed up and stood right next to him. I don't know who started what, but I can tell you who was definitely aiming to get something started. It was the guy standing next to him. Jesus. Good God. Oh, man. I am feeling funny. That caffeine is doing something to me.
Terrified, and in many ways, the Jewish community is demanding that the larger community of Los Angeles stand in solidarity with us. And
Of course. One Jewish guy gets attacked and murdered, so we have to stand with all of you. We have no idea about the circumstances involving the altercation, but we automatically have to make him a victim. No. We don't know anything yet. Why is it, you want to talk about victims? What about the people who didn't ever get to have a country? You at least have one. Go home there.
Support us as a minority.
The site...
A minority? So now you're a minority? They're an even bigger minority then. Why do we have to get involved? It's minority versus minority. Can't the white people stay out of it for once? I just want to sit on the sidelines and say, get them.
Now a memorial for a man who was rallying with his wife by his side. And I'm told the suspect was taken in for questioning, but so far no one has been arrested. The Ventura County Sheriff's Office, they're asking for more witnesses to come forward. That's the latest here in Thousand Oaks. Carlos Salcedo, KTL.
Wow. I mean, it's just, what if the guy had a stroke and fell and hit his head and died? Saint Laurent, literally, like I said, we know nothing about what actually happened because we have one person's claim, and then the video is shot almost, and this is where, again, tinfoil fat conspiracy. This is where it's just perfect that the camera angle, the only one we have, is completely obstructed by the sign from the gas station. So we have no angle to understand what happened whatsoever. We don't know if someone pushed someone and then things escalate. We don't know if someone said something. We don't know who started what. All we know is that protest was happening, and one guy decided, you know what? How about I just stand right next to it? And look, I understand this. It's classic troll format on like a chat or whatever, but people forget that, in real life, F around, F-A-F-O. If you want to F around, you will find out eventually. Somebody will set you straight. But quite frankly, I just, Saint Laurent, I did not say that specifically. Johnny is right. Grab a lawn chair, nice cold drink in one hand, and Mein Kampf in the other. I did not say that. I said, can we just sit this one out? It has nothing to do with us. Not our pig, not our farm. We armed both sides. That's about as fair as we can get in America. Can we just duck out? Can we just duck out now? Like, look, we propped both of you up. The best of luck to you, and just bail. I don't want to support you financially. I don't want to. I don't want to pick a side. I don't want to deal with you politically. I just. Chevy JB, get him, Johnny. I'm not sure who we're talking about getting him. Now the guy is messing with me, not my show, Silvio. Silvio's messing with you now, dear Butch? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was holding that one back for you. My bad. Holy crap, we're almost we're trucking through the second hour. Let's check the setup here quick and see where that lands, cuz depending on how that's going, I'm pretty sure we're already good on that end. So let's check that here. It's got to be higher than that. That's retarded. Oh wait, no, that was the way it was at the beginning of the day. It can't be. That can't be the way that is now. We started there. That's not right. We'll reload that one more time and see if it means anything. It's not changing a damn thing. Weird. All right, fuck it. We'll come back to that later. It should have caught up by now, but because the hype train hasn't factored in from the earlier in the show. Strange. We'll just kind of roll. All right. Boop boop. Where do we go? That's done. Oh God, we're on this story. It's okay, Johnny. I just ignored him. Well, I mean, you're better than me. I should have done that from the get-go. I think I made it worse by indulging. Apparently, I made a boo-boo there by continuing to speak with him. All right. That's just... Thank you, Small League Picker. You know what? How about something completely different? How about a little bit of a left field dive? Let's go to what is the weirdest video I have ever seen. Have any of you ever lived with goats? If you haven't, and I'm going to take my camera off because I'm too pretty and I don't want to ruin this. Goats are some of the weirdest animals on the planet. Now, people have called them I really did knock a can over. I didn't know I had a can in here, an empty beer can. Hey, everybody, I'm still white trash. Take me out of the trailer, but guess what? Where the fuck did that... My foot just hit it. You know what? How about we do the video? Anyways, your show, and I'm happy to be done with him or her. All right, well, F that guy. You know what? F that guy. Anyways, back to the camera. Why don't people try to fuck with me ever? Lab glass, because they're smart enough to know better. That's why. Now, as I was saying, people have called goats Satan's lapdog. Or you know, just whatever. I did play the asshole drop. Thank you. Thank you. And this footage proves it. Oh, there's no audio? Okay, if you're not watching and you're just listening, we are watching a goat literally putting itself over an open flame. A goat is actively barbecuing its own face right now. It doesn't mind. It's completely cool with it, which is why I say these are animals meant for or born from a hotter climate. Like, this goat is actively roasting itself on an open flame in front of people. Nobody's alarmed. I have the audio on, and I don't know why I'm not hearing screams. The goat itself doesn't seem to care. Just, again, leaning over an open, like, in the flame. Like, if you stuck your hand in a fire, this goat is sticking his face in the fire, and he's licking it off, and he's laughing. This is fucked up, man. Again, tell me these are not some sort of satanistic animal. I grew up with these things. You cannot trust these asshats. He's baking himself, and not in the fun way. It's got a taste of blood. You got to put it down. Where did it get blood? I mean, is that blood? Oh, that could be blood. Is that its blood, or is that... His face burnt? Is he bleeding at its mouth? Again, no, he's not bleeding at his mouth. He might have his lips a little chapped or something. I don't know. He's actively roasting himself. Okay? Fuck yeah, its charred face is bleeding. Well, you know what? At least it's not doing it willingly. At least the goat is choosing to not... At least the goat is not choosing to char its face of its own accord. Okay? At least it's all accidental. Again, Satan's animal, all right? That thing is literally cooking itself. That is a goat trying to leave this world bathing in the blood of itself. And it was it me, or did it look happy? It looked like it was happy, all right? It looked like it was smiling. That's all I'm saying. It was creepy. Oh. All right. So, we have a story from like last week that we covered about Joe Biden. We're just going to go through this really, really quick. We did a story last week where I talked about how crazy it was that Joe Biden decided that he was going to fight AI and be the first administration to write something comprehensive regulating the development of AI and making sure that it was done in a whatever fucking good manner, whatever. And I said that it was because he saw a movie and how stupid that was. I wish that was the reason now. And I'm pretty sure what I'm about to tell you is not a spoiler alert, but let's... Biden quietly tapped Obama to help shape his AI strategy. Cue the surprise. Former President Barack Obama advised the White House over the past 5 months on its plan to address artificial intelligence. So I have a question. Why is it Barack Obama is helping with specific parts, but then not all of it? I mean, at this point, why don't we just call it his third term? And also, by the way, I'd have to say, like most trilogies, the third one apparently the worst. Whew. The first two were way better. Way better. This one is horrible, man. I mean, were the writers... Oh, I suppose the writers were on strike. That's why. Second-rate writers. Alrighty, so just the quick... we'll get the Cliff Notes version here. It's the first time that Biden has tapped his former boss to help shape a key policy initiative, aides said. And he did it because Obama shares his views on the issue and brings a certain heft that could help move the process along quickly. You have to move fast here and not at a normal government pace or normal private sector pace because of the technology is also moving so fast. White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zients recalled Biden saying, "We have to move fast or ideally faster, and we need to pull every lever we can." I mean, that doesn't sound like an intelligent person. We got to get this done quick. How? Just hit all the buttons, whatever works. Throw it at the wall, see what sticks. Okay. That doesn't... Again, I had to take a second to think about it. That doesn't sound like a smart policy. That sounds like a we don't know what we're doing policy. But again, this is the first time he went to Obama for help. Right. Obama was particularly helpful in laying the groundwork for tech companies to voluntarily sign on to have their AI models pressure tested before they're released to the public. Biden and Obama aides said part of his approach was to urge industry leaders to consider risks beyond national security, including information integrity, bias, and discrimination. The White House is particularly worried about the role AI could play in amplifying misinformation around key elections. Oh, glad you're getting out in front of that. You know, like the misinformation having the FBI cover up the truth about you and your family would do. Just saying. That kind of misinformation? You know, like the misinformation where you submit a dossier about a current or acting president claiming he's into some kinky shit from Russia, which is completely false while simultaneously covering up a laptop full of illegal dealings. Right, that kind of misinformation. Already, former President Donald Trump, the Republican frontrunner in the 2024 presidential race, is amplifying baseless conspiracy theories that imply Obama is somehow secretly still in power, for which there is no evidence. Right! There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence to prove that he's secretly still in power. We've only relied on him for this key piece of legislation. There's no evidence whatsoever. What do you mean that's an admission? Yeah, right. Right. So don't worry, everybody. Obama's still at the helm, but only this one time. Oh, fuck. All right, let's go check in with the chat. Fuck yeah, it's Chart Faces Bleeding. We got on the goat's like, there's no mountains here. People won't stop fucking with me. I just want it to end. Oh my God, Angry Saxon speaks goat. Have you heard goat meat is delicious? I have heard goat meat is delicious. I've heard that, but I've never tasted it. And it's sinfully delicious, probably. Looks like he did his legs too. No, that's actually his coloring. But again, that's the weird part about it. I have a solution. Watch Galactica and do the opposite. Neither of these two know about computers. Motherfuckers have jitterbugs. Oh, yeah. But again, the fact that Obama is being called in is the part that feels a little off. Saint Caesar asking if goat meat is all right, says Evil Gandhi. Evil Gandhi saying that goat meat is all right. But again, Saint Caesar saying with the whole situation going on that this is a much more of a go fuck yourself and I would agree. Don't write rules on AI, and certainly don't go get your former boss to help you. It sounds really, really bad. From just you having any sort of like any sort of balls or just ability to do anything. It just seems weird. Like, oh, this is really important. Better go to the other guy. Yeah, vote for me in 2024. Finish the job. Finish the job of what? Hiring your boss? Again, you're just not the one. Oh, shit. I cannot type. Was it governor or mayor? Governor. I gotta look this up the right way. I'm sorry. I can't fucking type to save my life. Oh. This is thrilling content. Douche canoe. All right. Committed. All right. There we go.
Take it down.
So I didn't want to. Oh, it's a mayor, not governor. That's why we got it wrong. We have another one about an Alabama mayor. This is our last story from the first hour. Halfway through the second hour, first hour. It's awesome. We're doing great. But again, having a great time, doing a great show. Lovely to have all of you guys here. Let's get into this last one from the first hour. This was earlier. I was talking about this. If you're so embarrassed or ashamed of cross-dressing, maybe don't do it. Or more importantly, don't take pictures. Because this next story is about a feller, and I did say feller, who apparently was very, very, very much into that sort of life in his private time, which, by the way, surprising for some of you to hear maybe from earlier in the show, you might have formed an anti-opinion of this. I don't care if you want to do that in your own private time. I mean, if it's between you and the mirror or another consenting adult, I literally have no shits to give. But completely out. Sphincter's dry as a fucking desert. But if you do that and pictures and things of that circulating would damage your credibility or your public standing to the point where you can't go on as a person, I feel like you need to reconcile one of those lives. One of those can't exist anymore. You can't be a person who someone would want to post that about and or be someone where that would matter. If that's your private, again, you can't be someone of a person of power if pictures of you in a pom-pom skirt are going to throw it all awry.
Southward, where tonight a small town in Alabama is mourning the loss of their mayor who died of an apparent suicide just days after a conservative...
Can someone turn off their damn social media? Are you getting messaged or TikToked? What the heck? This has been going for 7 seconds. Doodle-a-doot, diddle-a-dink, doodle-a-doot. We get it. You're on Tinder and you're a thought and people want to get some of that. Right. Maybe stop cruising for dick right now. Just, I don't know, ladies, while we're doing the story, a little bit of decorum, please.
A news site published a story that showed alleged photos of him on social media, allegedly wearing women's clothes and makeup. They claim he led a secret life and labeled himself on sites as a transgender curvy girl. NBC News is not going to show those pictures.
NBC News is not going to show those pictures. We are going to talk about this extensively. And he labeled him on sites as a transgender curvy girl. Again, if that life of yours is so embarrassing for you that it can't be publicly known, you either have to give up your public life. Do you know what thought means? Not quite. I have an idea, but I'm not entirely sure. Does that make me sound really old? Because I guess I am. That hoe over there. All right. Now I know. And you know what they say knowing is half the battle. Well, that hoe over there needs to reconcile one of his lives, you know? Otherwise, it's going to be the death of him. I was right.
Pictures. The news site did not respond to our request for comment. Copeland is also the pastor at a local church where he addressed the two articles just 2 days before he died. Listen.
Can we stop with the doo-doo-doo? It's literally annoying the shit out of me. I thought it was her stupid fucking phone, and she was too much of a, I have to be on the internet, look at all my pictures. But it's you guys. Ugh. I can't believe more people don't watch NBC when it goes every 2 seconds at you, like it's an alert.
Apologize for any embarrassment caused by my private and personal life. I have nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of things that were said were taken out of context.
I want to bring it.
Seriously, go F yourself with the stupid chime. God, it's pissing me off.
Morgan Chesky, who's covering this one for us tonight. Morgan, Mayor Copeland had been the mayor of this town, Smith's Station, for years. What else do we know about him and how this happened?
Yeah, Hallie, elected.
I love how he had to inhale on that, yeah, Hallie. Look, they elected a guy. He almost for a minute he tuned in a little bit of Dennis Miller. Look, babe, they elected a guy who liked to wear a tutu in his spare time, and it turns out that that's sort of not the thing that swims around here. And he also liked to, be in charge of the church because, hey, fuck, I'm losing my Dennis Miller thing. I haven't done that in a while. Zelensky was an exotic dancer. What's that again? Yeah, but you know what, Nemo? And thank you for tuning in on Rumble. Zelensky isn't going to hurt himself if pictures of him being an exotic dancer come out. He's just going to explain how that's another reason why you need to give him money. It's like none of those online video makers are free. What? What? It's like the chime with the editing program, but they forgot to mute it. Oh, damn. That's really bad. Even I can afford to have frickin' Adobe Premiere Pro. You guys can't pull $20 a month off for one of you? Really? Wow.
Back in 2016, we know that Smith Station is a town of about 5,000 people, and when Bubba Copeland was elected, it was reported that he really wanted to try to grow this small community, bring new business in. It was a place that he recently described as a modern-day Mayberry, and by all accounts, he was successful during his tenure as mayor. And you mentioned, Hallie, he wasn't just the mayor of Smith Station here. He was also the pastor of a local church, also owned a local convenience store, so he was just about as involved as you can get in a small rural community there.
And just about as stereotypical as, again, I'm slipping into this, just about as stereotypical as you can get, babe. Nope, we're losing the Dennis Miller really, really bad. You should stop. NBC about NBC. Nobody cares about NBC. Oh, no. NBC is on hard times. Look, NBC... when you got to go to the pay window, daddy, because you can't afford to have a decent editing software, that's hard times. When you got to steal someone else's impersonations because someone said a phrase in your chat, that's hard times. When you a fat man being a pastor daddy, and it turns out you like getting in the booty hole, baby, that's hard times. Again, so you were a pastor with a secret lifestyle that both your religion, your constituency, everything, your life, everything is against. So much so that when it came out, you briefly confronted it before, again, tapping out. Which I don't mean any disrespect to you for doing that. But if that's where that put you, maybe one of your lives had to go. Maybe the family man pastor had to hang it up. Or, again, The other guy had to hang it up. And it just is, you got to pick one.
Where he had been beloved by many. And in 2019, he even had a chance to meet then President Trump. His major test as a local leader came whenever this community endured a horrific tornado that killed 23 people in that small community there. And it was building from that he initially intended to run again, of course, up until he tragically took his life on Friday following the publishing of that article that we will not be showing. Hallie?
Publishing of the article we will not be showing. Before we get into that, can we point out publishing of an article? So could we argue that this is one example of, again, the news media doing more damage than anything else? We're not going to publish the article. We are going to tell you that an article was published. We are going to show you the person and tell you what happened as a result of that article. Again, everything but talk about the article itself. So I'm sure nobody will go look for it. I'm sure I won't even consider looking for it right after this story.
Can you talk a little bit about the community, the people there, how they're so many people feeling the pain of this loss very deeply?
Hold on. You're feeling the pain of the loss very deeply. Who were the people confronting him then? Unless they were all on the internet, which is, again, why I'm like, dude, sometimes you got to not read the comments.
Right, still incredibly fresh, the emotion raw. We've had a chance to hear from people in the community on both sides of the aisle expressing their just shock at the loss of a beloved community member. I know that one of the most visible is former Alabama Senator Doug Jones. I'd like to share what he shared following Copeland's death. He said it is sad and disgusting how he was treated by the news, that conservative news site, for personal decisions, however misguided they may have been. We live in a mean, bitter world where the self-righteous tend to throw the largest stones, and the 1819 News is the perfect example.
All right, so now we know exactly who wrote the article. All righty. All right, now we're going to tap out of this, if nothing else, because of your doodle-doo chimes. Doodle-doo. All right, so 1819 News article. Let's see if it's up. 1819 News. Oh, wow. 1819 News Bubba. All righty. The Secret Life of Smith Station Mayor Baptist Pastor. This is from 6 days ago. Oh, dear Lord. There's nothing wrong with showing this picture. There's nothing unwholesome about it. But again, if a Secret Life thing, this is the thing. I'm sorry, guys. Why do you have to be in charge of the community? Why do you have to be a pastor, do all this stuff if you have a secret life? If you have a secret life, I feel like you should maybe keep it down. Halloween costume, right? Right? I'll tell you this, if it's a Halloween costume, damn good one. All right, so the article, 2016, Florida win FL Bubba Copeland challenged incumbent Smith Station Mayor Leify Dellinger. He ran with the vision of growing the Lee County hamlet. Yeah, and he did those things. All right. So they describe themselves on their alternate account on Instagram as a transitioning transgender curvy girl that loves smiling, clothes, and shoes. Let's chat. Okay. Why can't you just pick one? I feel the weird need to have both of those lives, and then when they came out and they conflicted with each other, you didn't handle the criticism very well, and I don't blame you. I'm sure it was very aggressive. Taxpayer dollars at work. Taxpayer dollars at work. What? He definitely an improvement, but still looks like, oh. Suspect blaming, saying he pulls it off. Imagine how much time they spent in the mayoral office. Watch YouTube videos on doing makeup. Oh, well, you know what? I don't care what videos they watched. By all accounts, they did a good job in the mayoral office, you know? Was fill some holes. Dear Butch needs more curves. There you go, Dear Butch. You've heard it. You need more curves, buddy. Namo saying, okay, Zelensky was 100% entertainer, then went 100% politician. He didn't keep dancing after going political. No, but he kept doing it for money. Kept selling that ass. All right, so that's the governor. We got that one up. It's sad that that person did that. That's sad. But again, it's just, if you gotta have a secret life, you can't have a public one. You can't be a public person with a secret life because it's gonna come out. It's not gonna stay. Cue the cowbell. They're going to tax vapes in the UK. Back to my cheaper imported Marlboro Gold from the local Turkish shop. Hey, man, Marlboros is what I used to smoke back in the day. I'm sorry, going to hear that. Saineren saying cue cowbell. Well, the cowbell is right there. Why do I got to cue it? Did something happen? Let's check the thing on the Twitch thing because I don't have a thing. And that's still not updating, which is weird because that's where that was before we started the show. So you can't tell me that that's where that's at on the analytics thing because that does not make sense. Every time we reload it, it's still like that. That was where we were before today. Yeah, because that's nothing. That's none of the... That can't be right. All right, someone brought up tax, so felt like the right time to vent. Hey, man, that's all good. That's what we do here. We have fun. We vent. Kind of let it all hang out. Oh, holy crap, we're about to get into our second hour stories. We got 15 minutes left in the first hour. We had a take on gun control thing that we never got loaded up, and or if we did, we ended up closing it. Either way, I'm not going to get into it because it's some stupid person's take on gun control, and as fun as it would be to talk about that, we got plenty of other things to do. We got second hour stories to load up. Let's drop the audio just a little bit. We have an Australian woman who apparently used mushrooms to kill her ex-in-laws. Is the problem over now, or is it because they're did they interfere? Either way, I feel like you're not going to get them back that way. That doesn't fix your problem. Oh, I know what this is. All right. All right. And then we've got some stories catching up on San Francisco. We've got a person who went above and beyond to move a bunch of fish. So we can talk about that for a minute. Maybe. I don't know. And then we've got another, oh my God, crazy clip. Because I've decided capping the hours with those is kind of a nice way. You have a video to go to no matter what if you have to move over. All right, so let's get to this first one. Zelensky still dancing for money. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, he's not dancing for money. He's selling himself for money. I'm implying he's still hitting the pole, but the clientele are way more, how shall we say, high end. And by high end, I mean there's politicians feeding him money that on behalf of you and me that we never spoke for, and they're probably getting kickbacks, and we're getting fucked over in the ass. But hey, democracy, I think. It's harder to chant that now that they're banning the elections. I gotta be honest. Even now, it's harder to rah democracy when that group overturned an elected government and now they're banning elections. Is strange. The host of the Weekend Family Lunch. Oh, wow. So you really... Australian woman charged with using toxic mushrooms to kill ex-husband's parents and aunt. Holy shit. Erin Patterson, 49, of Leongatha, Victoria, reportedly also tried to kill a fourth guest. I mean, why not? Get them all in one go. The host of a weekend family lunch at her Australian country home was charged Thursday with murdering her ex-husband's parents and aunt with poisonous mushrooms and attempting to murder a fourth guest, police said. All right. Before we get into her story, I just want to say it's from Australia. What are the odds she didn't know that the mushrooms were lethal? What are the odds she didn't know the mushrooms were lethal? I mean, everything in Australia tries to kill you. I could actually kind of let this one slide because, again, I just feel like, maybe she didn't know. Maybe she didn't know. All right? Just wanted to serve a salad. Police arrested Erin Patterson, 49, at her home in the Victoria State town of Leongatha, where her former... Please stop jumping the story around. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ, you switched it to a different story. I'm not done reading this one. So load another ad, Fox. Oh, here's our news. I don't care about that. I'm trying to do the thing I'm doing. Alrighty, so where her former husband's parents, Gail and Don Patterson, both 70, Gail Patterson's sister, Heather Wilkinson, 66, and Wilkinson's husband, Ian Wilkinson, 68, were invited for lunch on July 29th. All four guests were hospitalized the next day, and only Ian Wilkinson survived. Patterson has publicly denied any wrongdoing. I'm devastated. I love them. I can't believe this has happened, and I'm so sorry, she tearfully told reporters 2 days after the third death. Patterson was also charged with 3 counts of attempting to murder her ex-husband, Simon Patterson, 48, who became ill after eating 3 meals in 2021 and 2022. A police statement said he did not attend the July lunch. All right, so she tried to kill her ex-husband, and then she tried to kill his family. Why did his family go to lunch with this lady? I'm sorry. She's tried to murder your son with food, and you chose to let her cook for you? Small egg picker saying the Fox ads evolve every episode. Well, they just don't let me read, and the screen suddenly jumping apparently might have reactivated some difficulties that we were dealing with earlier that we had thought we had covered relatively well, and now not so sure. So, alrighty. Let's... Small Egg Picker, though, thank you for chiming in the chat. Thank you for being part of the show, everybody. Love seeing the numbers. Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, all doing great. Click those thumbs up, the likes, and subscribes and everything. Always helps out for the algorithms. We love having everybody on all of the platforms. I might be called Death Cap. It's the corniest thing, but that's what it's called. It looks like a similar edible mushroom or not. Death Cap is an Amida family. Well, hey man, that's some solid info, I'll tell you that. Thank you for that. Alrighty, so let's check up on this. Did we already close that story? I think we did. I think I accidentally already closed that story because I'm having trouble. But yeah, don't go eating the food of the lady who already tried to kill your kid with, again, food. It seems weird. You go to the house of a suspected poisoner for lunch. I mean, I feel bad for you. I do. But again, suspected poisoner. Look, I'm not saying that I don't trust people. I'm saying if you're on trial or at the very least accused of poisoning a family member of mine, I'm not going to join you for lunch. That's just a weird one. Like, hey, so I know I'm accused of trying to kill your son with food, but how about you try this salad? It's great. And can we not address the fact that 3 people poisoned? She's fine. Really, really weird. All the guests got sick and died. You're okay, though. Strange how that worked out. Only one who didn't want to eat the mushrooms. I mean, can we make it more obvious? It just seems a little, All right. So you know what? Let's cut to a video. Because we have an hour and maybe an hour and a half in the program. Because, yeah. It's going great. Look, man, again, you went to the home of a suspected poisoner, and then you ate their food. And I'll say this, was fill some holes. You didn't point this out or mean to point this out, and that doesn't matter. But when it comes to One Tasty Burger, let me say, my biggest complaint about Thunder Bluff is that you cannot get a damn decent burger anywhere. God, I love that joke, and you have to know a very nerdy thing to get it. Anyways, let's go over here to this particular video. Now, California is one of those not owning a gun states. A lot of the people in California are like, hey, guns, whatever. In fact, I should have kept that dumb chick's freaking take on what's it called? On gun ownership. Can I click back? Will that restore it? If it will? Oh, it will. All right. Let's get to this. We're going to load this quick. I want to pull this lady's take on gun ownership. I don't know if she's in California, but this is a very Californian kind of sentiment when it comes to gun ownership. And so we're going to play this, and then we'll go to the other video that we have. And this one's only 15 seconds, and she's, she's not hard on the eyes. So let's at least hear what she has to say.
Imagine you're in a bowling alley with a handgun, and a perpetrator walks in with a military-style weapon and a bulletproof vest. There's literally no way you're going to be able to defend yourself. Banning these weapons of war on the street isn't about infringing on you, it's about protecting you. Imagine you're in a
Okay. So, ma'am, I want you, Toastmaster headshot. Exactly. Again, as we all know, if you're wearing a bulletproof vest, that automatically means that getting shot doesn't hurt you and can't affect you whatsoever. So why even try? Because, cops wear bulletproof vests all the time. None of them ever get shot and killed on the job, ever. Because they all wear bulletproof vests. It's not about infringing on you. It's about protecting you. I would like to explain one thing to you, ma'am. If you think every situation is that specific, still hurts like a bitch to get shot with a vest on, says Toastmaster. Right? At the very least, might knock you back. might throw off your aim, might cause you to rethink your current plan of action. Like I said, ma'am, I'd like to know what the not having a gun does for that person, because the part you're not getting is that the weapons of war, the assault rifles and the bulletproof vests, the person who wants to commit those crimes, do that stuff, they're going to get that either way, legally or illegally, or they're going to come up with another option. Remember, we've seen people use pressure cookers as bombs. Stabbings have become a thing in places where guns are less of a thing. So again, I refuse to believe that the violence will just stop because the guns are outlawed. I don't think the guns are driving people to commit the crimes. I think the crimes are driving people to use the guns, and they're still going to be driven that way. But I digress. Again, that we played that little excerpt of, let's call her Bubbarella, or Bubble Barbie. We played Bubble Barbie's opinion there for a minute just because I wanted to play this clip with a fun little bit of kind of context. This is a homeowner in California. Now, remember, it's about protecting you. It's not about infringing on your rights. California homeowner. Go.
Frightening security camera video from Saturday evening shows a homeowner about to walk through his front door when a masked gunman comes up behind him. The homeowner throwing a cup of hot tea, and then the homeowner pulls out his own gun and starts shooting back.
Two armed guys tried to come to my house. There was a full shooting.
The homeowner, concerned for his family's safety, asked us not to show his face or use his name.
Horrible, absolutely horrible. Completely unsafe. I have a 5-month-old baby, unsafe. But I will take matters in my own hands. I have, and I will continue to do so.
At least one of the would-be intruders fires back before they take off, jumping back over the front gate, leaving empty-handed.
Yeah, and I I severely doubt that house was just picked at random and they just happened to strike because they were in the area. No. They were getting ready. I'm sure they were casing the place. Again, California, way to go. The guy lives in his own personal gated community, but now the walls aren't high enough. Why would anyone ever want to vote for or support Gavin Newsom? Look at your state. They're shooting at the... I will continue to take matters into my own hands to defend myself. You're right. Again, how does that go with all those gun laws in California again? Yeah, you got to pay more taxes now and stuff. Are you happy that taking your own protection into your own hands, which, by the way, why would you need to? Gun laws only breed crime.
They took off firing at me. I returned fire at them. They left.
The homeowners say this is not the first time that their home has been the target of a crime. Back in June, they were victims of a burglary, with no suspects caught in that case just yet either.
But we do have some high-profile burglaries where a significant amount of property is taken or value of property, but not something that brazen. I have not seen that since I've been here. And I don't recall any...
I don't want to point anything out. I'm just not.
Such event like that in Olympic Division where suspects came into somebody's yard and approached them in that manner. And certainly not in that neighborhood.
LAPD's Olympic Division's gang.
Remember, because we've never seen it in that neighborhood. Normally we keep all this stuff to shit to shoe level. Did he say 2 guys came on his ass? No, he said 2 guys, I think, came up on his property, but let's go back to that. I don't think he did.
Back before they take off, jumping back over the front gate, leaving empty-handed.
They took off firing at me. I returned fire at them. They left.
The homeowners say this is not the first time.
Okay. I'm looking for the came on his ass part now.
The homeowner, concerned for his family's safety, asked us not to show his face or use his name.
Horrible, absolutely horrible. Completely unsafe. I have a 5-month-old baby, unsafe. But I will take matters in my own hands. I have, and I will continue to do so.
At least one of the would-be intruders fires back before they take off, jumping back over the front gate, leaving empty-handed.
They took off firing at me. I returned fire at them. They left.
The homeowners say this is not the first.
I've got no coming on my ass. I'm sorry. I think you wishful hearing.
And certainly not in that neighborhood.
LAPD's Olympic Division's gang unit responded to the homeowner's 911 call on Saturday evening. By Monday morning, the homeowners had asked for a detective to come back to investigate further. And the homeowner says more needs to be done by LAPD to keep their community safe.
Well, that's going to be really, really difficult because remember, it's really hard to keep your community safe when the only thing that stops criminal activity, as we've seen, is not enforcing laws. As we've seen, she can get it. Yeah, dude, she can get it, but she's a news anchor in Los Angeles, so surprise, you're not. Guess what? Chubbers ain't getting that job, all right? All right, you know, Sarah with the, how shall we say, supple hips, she's not going to pull that off, but that lady can because she could probably suck a golf ball through a garden hose. And if she can't, she at least looks like she could.
I had to take matters in my own hand, hire a private investigation team to go after, to try to be able to pull evidence together. And just to make this clear for everybody else out there, there's nothing in my house worth dying over to come in here and try to get, but I am willing to die for my family, and
There's nothing worth dying over to come in here and try and get. I mean, do I have gold bars? Do I have money? Do I have expensive stuff? Absolutely. I mean, I do very well for myself. But again, there's nothing worth dying over to come in here and try and get. However, I do have a lot of stuff that I want to protect, including my family. So if you try to take my things or my wife or my child, I will end you no questions asked. Again, California, you guys keep saying you don't need to own guns. You keep saying that whatever. It just keeps getting worse. Why is Gavin Newsom still allowed to be a governor?
I'm willing to kill for my family.
Ah, there you go, California. I'm willing to kill for my family. That's what we should put that on a move to count. Holy Jesus. Calm down, asshat. Barbra Streisand released a memoir. Who cares? I'm tired of all these old Hollywood people. I'm releasing a memoir now. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Back in the day, people wanted you. Good news for you. Nobody wants me. Not now, not later, not then. Alrighty, so let's cover... How many? Shit, we've got an hour and a half left in the show. Let's see if that has caught up yet. Twitch is still being hinky, and I refuse to believe that that is where that is at after everything today, because, again, that's what that said before we started the show. So why are you not updating where the funding is at? I really hate that, and we're going to try reloading the whole damn thing. That's what we're going to do, because that happened at the beginning of the show, and I need to keep track of this shit, because I don't want to sit here and be like, hey, we're $20 away if we're like 10. It should be good. Where's Whispers? No, not leftists. I said experts, law enforcement, advocates. No. You, whatever. Fuck you. You said leftist sources and things. Again, we gave you actual proof, so whatever. All right, moving on. Where's doot. All right, yeah, I don't have it updated. I don't know why that's not updating, and that's pissing me off. We need that to be accurate so I can keep track of where we're at today. That's not correct because I started there. I literally did that math beforehand. Shit. All right, fuck it. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Release the memoir of Aaron Imholt, the Loaf Piggy, says St. Caesar. I don't think it's going to happen. It was in the beginning, unless the background noise here made it sound like he said that. Again, I don't have the story up anymore, but I missed it. I jumped around there. I didn't hear that, but again, maybe you were, I don't know. They tried coming on his ass, but he clapped their cheeks back. Oh, thank you, Nemo on Rumble. Oh, she's a real butcher. Oh, that's from earlier. We beat this by just having hotter women and with less clothing holding RPGs and American flag bikinis. All right. He chased the perp. This guy wasn't backing down. Yeah, they came on his ass and he didn't back down. All right. You know what? Another person saying, claiming they came on his ass. Is it worth going back into it? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of think so. Where is it? They came on his ass. They came on his ass.
Frightening security camera video from Saturday evening shows a homeowner about to walk through his front door when a masked gunman comes up behind him. The homeowner throwing a cup of hot tea, and then the homeowner pulls out his own gun and starts shooting back.
2 armed guys tried to come in my house. There was a full shooting.
The homeowner, concerned for his family's safety, asked us.
Tried to come in my house. Tried to come in my house.
And then the homeowner pulls out his own gun and starts shooting back.
2 armed guys tried to come in my house. There was a full shooting.
The homeowner throwing a cup of hot tea, and then the homeowner.
That's probably the gayest thing. You went out for tea. You can't make tea at home.
Pulls out his own gun and starts shooting back.
2 armed guys tried to come in my house. There was a full shooting.
The homeowner, concerned for his family's safety, asked us not to show his face.
All right, they tried to come in his house, not in his ass, in his house. Not in his ass, in his house. They tried to come in his house, not in his ass. I can't say if he had let them in, would they have come in his ass in his house? I have no idea. Maybe they just wanted to come in his house on the drapes. We don't know. The point is, they tried to come in his house, not his ass. But nobody will be coming in that man's house unless it's him. And he's already learned once that has repercussions. I mean, how many times do you need to learn a lesson? All right, so now we solved that. I'm glad we uprooted everything to figure that out. We're, I want to say at least $5 into the goal today for $20. But YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitch won't update its damn thing, which, again, cannot be right because we started there before the show began. So, what the fuck? That can't be right. Too bad I came in his wife's house yesterday. Oh, no, St. Caesar. I hear the husband had a response to that, which was,
go fuck yourself.
Because you can't fuck his wife. She's taken by somebody else, apparently. And 5 months after a kid was born, which means that turf just reopened for business and already taken on newcomers. It's a great day. I don't care who you are. We're having fun. Okay, so
He's gotta puke! He's gotta puke!
You know, I might. Thank you for the 100 bits. I feel like I could eventually get there. We have weirdly stalled out on the YouTube chat, which is strange. But you know what? Whatever. We got a couple of thumbs up on the old YouTube. Be sure to give the likes and the subscribes. We appreciate all the views, the helps, the support. It's what keeps us going in these difficult times. We again have a show going for at least another hour, probably another hour and 20 minutes. We're gonna see where we land on that. If that still hasn't moved by the end of the show, I might end it like a little after 5, just because I'm not feeling the greatest, and we'll see how that adds up by tomorrow. Because again, that's where the number was at when we started today, so that can't be where it's at after a hype train to halfway. Like I'm fine with going, hey,
well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, You are technically correct.
I am. Thank you for that support. I appreciate it. Not even halfway to a sticker party, so we're not going to worry about it. Again, let's what should we do? Do I want to do that?
Smoked, fried, or roasted. Any way you...
No, I don't want to play any of that. All right, so let's go to this. This video is from 2 months ago, looking at Valencia and San Francisco. Let's see. I think this is a decent one here. Again, we have to pull clips from this because this video is horrible for playing actual footage. But and I don't want to play this guy's whole thing. But he's talking about how Valencia streets are totally empty. Take it away.
To Valencia Street. It's unique to pretty much the Bay Area, in my opinion. And the Bay Area is really suffering. You got low transit. Golden Gate Bridge barely has anyone going through it anymore. The amount of car traffic, foot traffic in San Francisco is truly on an all-time low. And this sucks for the city because I've been here several times, and I think it's pretty lit. Now check this out. Bay Area cities saw the largest dip in home prices over the past year. And this is crazy because San Francisco prices are also dropping every single year.
This is crazy. Right. Crazy. This is 2 months ago that this guy made this video. Again, let's I want more of the street views, less of the housing market, but that's going downhill too.
If people just, I guess, defecate on the sidewalk, people litter, people do nasty stuff in San Francisco, people rob, shoplifting, car theft, and the city doesn't care, then this is completely screwed up. And the crazy part about San Francisco isn't the crime, guys. There's crime obviously everywhere, right?
Right. Crime is so bad here that I Oh wait, crime isn't that bad here. I mean, there is crime everywhere, but there's a difference between I don't mean to nitpick, buddy. There is a difference between defecating on the sidewalk, getting mugged when you go out to get a taco, and what do we have here? I mean, the occasional assault and things like that, but mostly drunken, disorderly shit. Again, huge difference, man. Huge difference.
Every city has crime, but a lot of cities around the world, they're very strict on crime. And if someone commits a crime, they go after them. San Francisco is like, nah, we're not going to go after anyone. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy high theft worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that this Tardo is talking about this, and this is 2 months ago, by the way, talking about this like it's only in San Francisco, or the fact that I feel like I am losing an intelligence point as he talks, because I am legit mentally deficient from stuff, but this guy sounds dumb. Oh, Valencia is a color of orange. Some people don't know that. Well, in San Francisco, it's also a street where it was considered a high tourist population attraction. It was considered a big deal. Restaurant owners on Valencia Street, at one time one of the most popular streets in San Francisco, are saying that crime, drug abuse, and low tourism are killing business, according to a recent article. If you took me back before I signed the lease, I would have opened somewhere else, restaurant owner Rafiq Bouzidi said. Before COVID, there was no way in hell you could find an available space on Valencia Street, he told the San Francisco Chronicle. Now it seems like another restaurant shuts down every week, he said. The Chronicle wrote that these business owners are contending with some of the city's worst business problems, adding that the once bustling strip has become a microcosm for the city's wider restaurant woes, from inflation and public safety concerns. David White, better get his brother Dana on here. David White, one of the owners of Yellow Moto Pizzeria, believes the downturn has many causes. According to him, tourism hasn't quite bounced back to pre-pandemic levels, and anecdotally, he mentioned an increase in area drug abuse and vandalism, which led him to hire private security, adding another cost to running his business. Right, so we have to have private security because, again, we have shit like this. I can't imagine. Why would you need private security? Your restaurant's across the street from that. Why would you need private security? Legit, that looks like it was almost a decent chair at one point in time. I mean, now it looks like there's a whole lot of, I don't know, acid rain, jizz. Sir, are you shitting or is that bicycle seat literally up your ass? I am confused here. Why are you sitting on this bicycle and why are your pants so low? Look at this. If you're not watching, he's got his pants below his ass. All right? Like if he were standing up, his butt cheeks and his pelvic region would be above his waistline on his pants. That bike seat is literally holding your pants up. You look like you're copping a squat. This makes no sense, sir. And that is a really weird bike over there, by the way. We have a bicycle with one really small tire, one really big tire? Or is that missing a tire altogether? Okay, that's missing a tire. We have a collection of bikes. This looks bad. Less competition if you're still there. Less competition, but there's also a problem with all of the muggings, stabbings, and R-wordings. Nobody's going down there to eat. It was the style in the early 90s. Really? That was the style? Taking a shit or having your pants that low? Peasant like 3 saying hello. Hello, Peasant like 3. Love seeing new people in the chat. Good to see you. Are you saying it's a shitty color, says Jolly Green Dickhead. No. I'm saying, regardless of what color Valencia Orange is, Valencia Street is turning to absolute dog shit. The color might be great, the street not so well. Jolly Green Dickhead saying, the black bike is upside down, missing the front tire. The other two there have bigger wheels. Right, I picked that up, and now pants that low. That wasn't a 90s style, man. That was like a late 90s, early 2000s. I don't believe that is a 90s style thing. Because I grew up in the 90s. I don't know. But then again, I was always white and lame. I would have never pulled it off then. Again, guys, San Francisco, bad luck. All right, let's get back to this. Orange is a rugged color, brother, says Rusty Grammar. Hey, man, I'm not talking about the color, talking about the street. Understand the confusion, but don't worry. We'll get you through it, baby bird. We got you covered. All right, so let's see. This is, again, David White saying tourism has taken a hit, led to him hiring private security. He's also saying, but open-air drug use and rising crime are not the only factors weighing down on local businesses. Another restaurant owner, Alexandra Gertis, told the Chronicle that her business was hurt by a controversial bike lane program that has caused the removal of 71 metered parking spaces. It's only once in a blue moon that a delivery truck does come into this corner, Gertis said, hurting her business. Buzzotti told the Chronicle that the lack of parking has also affected his customers. People call in to cancel reservations because they've been driving around for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, he said. It's become a lot of money just walking away. I saw another story on this earlier. Let's look this up. There was something about this earlier. San Francisco bike lane. San Francisco bike lane. looking to locations bike lane pilot program. All right, I think this is the same one.
The Seattle Department of Transportation has launched a pilot program to test drive
Seattle. No. I want San Francisco. Why did you come with Seattle? San Francisco. This is fucking great. Damn it, Johnny. Cyclists fret over plan to move bike lanes to the center of Valencia Street. All right, 6 months ago.
Getting your car.
So they want to move the bike lane to the center of the street. And either way, the plan took out the parking spaces. How is this better?
Car for a bike is one way to celebrate Earth Day. Of course, cyclists need to feel safe on the roads, and San Francisco is about to try out a major change on one of its busiest streets. It is going to move the bike lane to the center of Valencia Street in the Mission for several blocks. This has not happened in the city before, and it is a little controversial. Kelsey Thorad joining us live now to show us how that change would work for both sides, for cars.
I just want to say, you put this one on to attract all the viewers. You sent this one to the San Francisco local scene. Some people just look apart. That's all I'm saying.
Cars and
they
bikes.
look like a particular role. That's all I'm saying.
Kelsey?
Hey, Sarah, yeah, those new bike lanes are going to start right here at the intersection of 15th Street and Valencia. They're going to go 8 miles south all the way to 23rd Street and Valencia. Now, as you said, this has caused a lot of controversy. The city says they believe moving those bike lanes to the center of the road will help with cars pulling over to load and unload without having those bikes have to go around. But of course, cyclists are worried it could cause different problems having them in the center lanes. Earlier this week, I talked with a cyclist out here about some of the issues she believes could come from this.
Katie Ofish has been biking around San Francisco.
Why are we airing this like she's some sort of soldier? She rides a bike. Easy.
Since she moved here 10 years ago.
I ride this bike to get around to the store, to work, anywhere I'm going, to restaurants, almost every day.
She tells me she loves how convenient biking is. And not to mention, it's also just fun.
Especially if I'm on my way home from work, it's like the best part of the day.
But San Francisco is a busy town. Cars, buses, trains, and pedestrians, they all have to share the road with cyclists. And that can cause some issues.
Like
Nearly
what?
daily, I avoid something. I've been hit by a car once, luckily only once.
For years, SFMTA has been trying to come up with creative solutions to keep everyone on the road safe. In April, they approved a new pilot project that will move the bike lanes on Valencia Street between 15th and 23rd from the
Fast forward 6 months, by the way, it doesn't work.
side of the road to the center.
If we just look across the street here, instead of the bike lane that I'm standing in right now, which again is often full of double parked cars, the bike lane will be where that bus is right now.
Tom McGuire is the director of the street.
Which is often full of double parked cars. We'll put it in the center of the road so cars can't use it at all. By the way, this will only help crippled businesses. She definitely hasn't learned her lesson yet. The bikers can pay taxes. Yeah, the bikers don't pay taxes. That's the worst part of this. There's no bike tax. I feel like there should be, because there's certainly plenty of taxes on cars, registration, insurance, gas tax. We get taxed every which way. And I'm not saying like, oh, we got to take our taxes off. No, I'm saying people who need bike lanes and all that stuff, you could pay some of these taxes too. You dickbags. At any rate, let's get back to this for the restaurant owners. So again, the bike lane thing is apparently killing the local businesses as well. The Valencia Merchants Association conducted a survey of business activity, with business owners reporting year-over-year dips as severe as 50%. They're losing their business by half year over year. I took that loss this year. If I take it next year, I won't be here. In fact, I lost more than half. But I'm just saying, if you hit a business that runs on thin margins like that, ooh, boy, just ban cars and trucks. That'll totally work. Everyone has to use a bike because, again, we can just ship everything through bikes. We can do rickshaws, so I mean, like taxi services and stuff, they can still make do. But I mean, like shipping and just you got to take your kid to the hospital. Well, let's get the bike out. Hope you've been working on your cardio. Let's start putting all of the emergency workers on the bikes. Had to drive 18,000 feet lift across town. Now finally done with work. Happy time, says Mr. Q. I'm here. Happy 420. Hey, Mr. Q. Good to see you. Sorry about missing 420 with you. I'm... On this topic, I don't know how DSP stays in business. I thought he was in Seattle, not San Francisco. I have no idea. He doesn't run a restaurant. He just bitches and whines. Like a crotchety old man. All right, there we go. We're done with that, I think.
We're seeing EVs more every day.
Yeah, and I read a story recently about a lot of people questioning how long that's going to be a trend, considering a lot of other factors, but I don't really want to get in on that. I want to cover this story. There was pictures, but no video. I don't know if we'll get to it. You know what? We might. What is it? We got a half hour left. We haven't even gotten into our third hour stories. Let's cover the other thing. Let's get into the crazy clips. We already covered the video of that, so let's bail on that. I might ditch the fish travel story. A guy or girl, I don't know, somebody went through extensive amount of work to travel with a full aquarium. Ballsy. But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe people don't give a shit. And we'll find out. If you really give a fuck, I don't know, let us know in the chat. Johnny's thoughts on the Twisted Metal TV show and go, says Fallen. I haven't watched it yet. I really, really want to, and I saw a thing about it, and I really need to, I think I need to do that. I think I might need to, I might have to commit to that today, just because I don't think I can do anything else after I get done with the show here. I might try and jump into my World of Warcraft stuff, but I'm going to be honest, we're not feeling the greatest. For those of you that give a shit, it's not a big deal. Pretty sure it's psychological, but whatever. We're not going to worry about it. This is on topic. I don't know how DSP stays in business. Oh, wait, we already covered that one. And back to our show. Alrighty, so we got a quick thing to read here about an actress. Abigail Breslin is being sued for breach of contract in excess of $80,000 and intentionally interfering with a production's prospective economic advantage. And the reason we're talking about this is, one, Abigail Breslin. Let's pull up that lady first. Abigail Breslin, American actress. I don't honestly know who she is. She rose to prominence in the comedy drama film Little Miss Sunshine, for which she received a nomination for Academy Award Best Supporting Actress at age 10. Yeah, she's not 10 years old anymore. All right? Abigail Breslin is not 10 years old anymore. This is how old Abigail Breslin is. She looks a lot older. And I honors My Sister's Keeper co-star. Again, I don't know much about her, but apparently, get your ad off of here. I'm trying to read this. Apparently, she's in a movie with Aaron Eckhart, and she is claiming, or I should say, the studios are claiming that the star refused to sign contractual agreements after the filming a movie named Classified in Malta with co-star Aaron Eckhart. According to documents obtained in the suit, the plaintiff, Dream Team, and WN claimed during the course of production, the entire production almost ground to a halt when Breslin advised the production of Eckhart's aggressive, demeaning, and unprofessional behavior, which she insisted placed her at various times in peril. Plaintiffs do not know if Breslin confronted Eckhart at any time. The plaintiffs accused Breslin of refusing to sign a long-form agreement and demanding additional money beyond her contract fee provisions to do so. Right. So in other words, what we're saying is this lady wanted more money all of a sudden, and she started complaining about Aaron Eckhart. What is it that he did that was so demeaning? The complaint stated that Breslin wrote a letter to the Screen Actors Guild setting forth her fear and blasting Mr. Eckhart's behavior. Right. Right, because when you have a problem, you write to the Screen Actors Guild immediately, and we can't get any examples of this behavior. The complaint stated that Breslin wrote a letter, right? In order for the production to continue, among other things, Breslin refused to be alone in several scenes with Eckhart, and costly accommodations had to be made by the production to accommodate Breslin's demands, or else Breslin would not continue to perform her contractual obligations, the document stated. Per SAG AFTRA rules, which obligates a producer signatory to provide a safe set, and on-set producer also allegedly prepared a report based on an investigation into Breslin's claims and submitted the report to WM. The producer found no evidence to support Breslin's wild, hysterical, and imaginary allegations against Eckhart. In addition, production found unnecessary accommodations made for Breslin's, whose claims were suspicious, cost the producer over $80,000. The document stated delivery issues to distribution partners were also present due to Breslin and Eckhart being in a few scenes together. Plaintiffs have tried to work out an accommodation with defendants based on the allegations. All right, so I don't have any further to go on this. I need actual examples. The suit claims Breslin's actions were and are intentional, malicious, and oppressive. No, here's what her actions are. She doesn't let me put it to you this way. Little Miss Sunshine has had a stick up her ass since she was 10 years old. His actions were, aggressive, demeaning, and abusive. You know what it is? Someone didn't fucking fillet her ego. Someone told her to buck up and get her shit together, and she didn't like it. That's what I'm sticking my fucking flag on. That's my hill in the sand. There's my hot take, is that Abigail Breslin is calling out Aaron Eckhart because she wanted more money. She wanted to be treated like a little princess. And I'm guessing someone like Aaron Eckhart, who has an extensive catalog of movies and other stuff, he kind of doesn't need to put up with this shit. And it sounds like this movie might not be a big budget film. Looks older, not better. Right? Again, my point is, someone's gotten a little bit high on the horse because she had one piece of success, and she came up against someone else who's had a lot more success, and they kind of just went, do your job. And she went, how many times have we seen it? Less successful people bitching at more successful people because they were mean to me. Well, you know what? How about you grow a tougher skin and a little bit of a stronger spine? Because apparently they're getting it done. So, I mean, I cannot stop farting, says Paris Music. Well, thank you for joining this show. You know what? You're among friends. This is the place to get it in action when it comes to just blowing it out your ass. Have you seen the new RoboCop game? I've seen clips for it and stuff about it, Mr. Q. I have not played it. I should look for a demo. Because I will be honest, I like what I've seen on the new RoboCop game. We might give that a little bit of a look. I know we've gotten something into overtime, and I'll check with Twitch again because we had a little bit of a hype train, but Twitch is not updating, and I can't tell how much that is towards the hype train. I want to say that we've met some and or all of it, but it's still not updating. That there's no way that was under $1. Because I know for a fact that was at 6 this morning. All right, I don't know where it is, but we're gonna have to I don't know, take it on faith. We'll throw the PayPal links if someone wants to throw $20 in there, and then we'll call that good. I don't know, or we'll go maybe a little over 5 and just tap out because I am riding the waves of feeling nauseous. I've emptied the bucket. Thank you. I've emptied this lovely little bucket twice today. I'd like to not fill it a third time. We'll see how we do. Thank you, Rusty Grammar, for chipping into the show. Chiming in. That's not really chipping in. We don't make any money off of that, but that's, again, contributing. All right, so fish travel story. I'm landing on IDGAF. A man on a train kept a tank's air filter going to travel with fish. That's a ridiculous way to go on a train, but whatever. I guess crazier things have happened. But let's move on to a wacky, wild video. Let's pull this up. KBS has been great, so hopefully that reboot was all we needed to do. We've got a person here in this video who, I don't know how many of you guys have done any car maintenance, but we got a person here really wants to remove that radiator cap. Apparently, the car is overheating, so they pulled over. This is not in America. And I'm guessing this person has never been involved in automotive repair or a physics class or understands anything to do with thermodynamics or liquid to gas vis-a-vis whatever. Let's just, you know what? Let's let this person show you.
Go on, Zeke.
You can get it. I believe in you. Oh, there we go.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Oh my God. I told you to do that.
Yeah, good. Oh my God, I told you don't do that. Wow. Glad you came in there. Glad you got in front of him going, I told you don't do that. You should have told him from the get-go. And spoiler alert, buddy, if you thought you had an overheating issue before, guess what you about to have a load of now? That car ain't cooling down anytime soon. And everybody in the immediate vicinity just got a slight antifreeze shower. And if you've got a gasket problem, little bit of oil in there. Me after KFC from my local chippy takeaway. Here we go. Saint Caesar saying this is him after KFC. This is, and you know what? I bet we can, nope, we got to go over one more. I bet we can provide it with the sound drop it needs. Where are we at? Let's get this queued up right. There we go. Saint Caesar after KFC.
Oh my God. Huh? Oh my God. I told you to do that.
Yeah, good one. I don't know why people were laughing, but apparently that's the way it goes. Van Drexel, me after Taco Bell. Yeah, again, a lot of us saw that one coming. How did you think that was going to go any differently? That thing is like that. I'm sorry. That stovepipe is cooking. that is cooking. The liquid, whatever little of it is in there, is so hot that it has now become gas, and it is seeping out there to the point where there's pressure on the cap. You can't twist it without using a rag. Why did you think this was going to go well? Someone already warned you that this was going to go badly, and you still, I mean, bravo to human stupidity. At no point did you rethink your actions. St. Caesar saying, FYI, Johnny, here in the UK, KFC from the local place better than actual KFC. Are you saying that in your neck of the woods across the pond, KFC from like your local establishment is better than actual Kentucky Fried Chicken, like in general? Or are you saying that British Kentucky Fried Chicken is better than Kentucky Fried Chicken American? I could believe either. Because, again, KFC is nothing to write home about. Amazed the rubber hoses held tight and didn't rupture. With that much pressure coming out of the system, yeah. Either way, your best bet is to give it a good 10, 15 minutes at least to kind of let that simmer down. You might need an hour. No, just the place I use. All right, well, good to know. You've got bomb-ass chicken. Again, I would just like to let the world know that according to St. Caesar, London has some bomb-ass chicken. St. Caesar, you don't realize this, but I just sent out a clarion call for a whole bunch of people to invade your neighborhood. You can thank me later. Don't worry, they just came for the chicken. You'll know who they are. You know, because they won't have the accent. They'll have a different accent. They'll sound different. Their accent will be so different, they may axe you about it. All right, we've touched that one as close as we need to. Let's go over to closing this out. Do we have to load? We have to load our third-hour stories. Yeah, we have to load our third-hour stories, and we'll throw the PayPal links up. Again, $20 is what we're at, but that can't be right. That cannot be right. So we'll grab it like that. We've got all of the links in the show, in the chat. Bomb-ass chicken depends on the person. That is very true. That is, again, a statement of opinion, which, you know, I mean, the only way we can be sure is for people to try. We're going to go ahead and link this in all three channels. Again, I'm going to tell you right now that can't be right, but whatever comes through on Twitch.
I feel strangely drawn to its presence.
We're getting rated by Jimmy. Amazing. Thank you, Jimmy. It is awesome to get rated by Jimmy, and I wanted to do, I forget what game it was. I wanted to talk to Jimmy about maybe getting in on doing some games on some not Just Kidding LLC time, some not Showtime stuff, maybe on, I don't know, something like pre-record or something, maybe even. What was the game, though? There was a game. Dark Tide, there we go. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide. God, that's a fun one to just kind of get crazy with on the higher levels. And I'd like to do that. I'm getting a first-time chat from somebody. That looks remarkably like a segmented penis. Airs 4443. Thank you. Toastmaster saying, I love Jimmy. I love Jimmy, man. Jimmy's an amazing dude. We've had a lot of great times playing games with Jimmy. Our show kind of drifted away from doing the game shit. But you know, it's not like I don't like playing games. I'm just apparently not as entertaining at games as I am losing my shit about news stories and crazy videos. Jolly Green Dickhead, I love Lamp. Thank you. Brick callback. That's amazing. It's Screamy McDuff, says Mikey Two Milks. Severe McDuff, says LMAO. Screamy McDuff.
Oh! Oh!
Thank you, Lab Glass, for the 125 bits. We're gonna have to check that because the Twitch thing is not uploading, and we're not gonna worry about that at the moment. We're gonna get our third hour stories up, and we'll see what we get through, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Let's drop this down. We got a story in the third hour about a man in the Florida Everglades. We've got another. I believe this is. Oh yeah. We've got a pothead video. We got a pothead doing potheads proud being an idiot in public. We got a story about a Delta Airlines flight attendant who I'm on the side of. We've got a story about a company that posed a different way to work, filing for bankruptcy. And we got a video, two videos of some crazy shiznit. You've got a lot of bits today. Was fill some holes. Right. Which is why it's got to be more than what it's saying, because the number looks like it's sitting at the same thing it was sitting at before the show started. It doesn't look like it's moved at all. Yeah, and this time it literally hasn't moved at all from the people cheering on the program. From that last one that just came through. So I have no idea. I'm going to guess at the very least off of freehanding the math that we're like 5-10 away from kicking it over. I sent you $10 on Venmo. All right, well, we're going to say 10 on Venmo. We're going to do overtime on overtime on. We've been off. We're going to just do it. I'm going to verify that before I flat out just go for the overtime thing. Yep, nope, we can verify it. We just got alerted. We're calling it good. We're calling it good. Morning show premiere. Ooh, Mr. Q, vampire missile system.
Guess what?
We'll do that. We're going to call it good for and anything that comes in.
Prescription is more cowbell.
We'll get it figured out. Whatever comes in on all of this stuff on Twitch, we'll roll it into the goal tomorrow because we know where it's at today. So everything that's on Twitch today, we're going to roll into the goal pretty much for tomorrow. And we're covering it good, or calling it good, with at least 15 on the Venmo and the PayPal. Honorary cowbell. Oh, wait, no, and this is for Johnny Chimpo. There we go, Johnny Chimpo. Hype train again? No. We don't. Nugget Army says a Screamy McDuff. According to Mikey, that's what they're saying the name is. So, alrighty, Nugget Army indeed. I love a good Nugget Army reference. Bravo. Alrighty, so we've got a couple of crazy clips. We got the pothead one. Oh, we got that one. We're doing a show for another 45 minutes or so. Looking at crazy stuff, having a great time. Antifreeze raises the bowling temp also? I don't know. Antifreeze raises the bowling temp. Oh, boiling temp. Oh, so you're saying that those people that got fucking... I can't swear like that. There's a kid upstairs. Those people that got money shotted by that car were probably burning, or at least very, very warm. Yeah, so that thing's going to be hot for a while. You really shouldn't have opened the cap on that car, dude. All right. D's Nuggets, says Jolly Green Dickhead. D's Nuggets, indeed. Thank you all for being part of the show. And thank you for throwing in 5, 10, whatever you have. We're going to call the goal met for today because I know for a fact it's definitely met. And there's got to be just some sort of hinky thing with Twitch, and Twitch will get their figured out before tomorrow, and we'll move all of that over just on the goal tomorrow because we're not pocketing any of it. But again, thank you very, very much. Oh, wait a minute. Screeve. Yeah. No. I was right before. Screeve McDuff. Thank you very, very much for that support. So again, we're calling it good. We're awesome. We're gonna say good. OG Fortnite is a massive hit, Johnny. Over 45 million people played it over the weekend. I'm loving it so far, says St. Caesar. Well, it is awesome. I never liked OG Fortnite. I liked Fortnite before Battle Royale became part of it. I haven't gone back pretty much since. If people are enjoying that, I'm happy for them. If people want to do that, that'd be a thing. Like I said, as much as I love doing the gaming thing, I think I'm gonna have to do my gaming stuff as an offline and like put up online, because like I said, we have a mixture of an audience, and so we need to work harder to placate both. Anyways, enough about the bullshit. Let's get to potheads doing what potheads do. You know, a lot of people say potheads, if there's one thing they do, it's smoke inconspicuously.
Game over.
Wrong button. I give you an inconspicuous pothead.
What's on?
What could be going on? I'm sure he's just fighting COVID. I'll say this, you might be a pothead. Hasn't been missing ab day. Bravo. Bravo. Remarkably good midsection. Just again, sir, you might not be as invisible as you think. All right, we have the pothead trifecta. We've got a hat that's on his lap, a set of headphones, and an effing skateboard. Could you try any harder to be a stereotype? Oh, Jesus. As he lights his shirt on fire. Hey, hey, hey. Don't give it away.
Oh my God. Yeah, drugs in public, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a smoke signal. I love that he is now exhaling the drugs he was doing in public at his shirt to hide the fact that he was doing drugs in public because he lit his shirt on fire doing drugs in public. Again, sir, is this your first go around? I don't mean to be a dick, but I do have to ask.
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
I know that this was a dumb idea from Jump Street. I got to go back to the part where his shirt catches fire and he catches on. Too high to know what's happening. Right? Toastmaster, this guy is my hero. I mean, be careful, because he might not be the hero you can count. He's not the hero we need. He's the hero we deserve. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, a true trooper. He's realized he's caused a problem. He's well aware that the cat is out of the bag, or at least at this point, the smoke is out of the shirt, and he takes another hit. Oh, yes, get back in on that pipe for take number 2, because at the very least, the exhale can help you put out the smoke. We're actually... Oh, and I paused it at such a brilliant time. Ladies and gentlemen, self-awareness. Are people noticing what I'm doing right now? We caught the moment that he realized this might be a scene that I'm making. I hope it was weed, but part of me is actually praying it was something more serious, because good God, how bad is that high that you need that this is what you're willing to risk for it? Again, is it not legal in this place? I don't know. Is the shirt hemp made? I don't know. I don't know if the shirt's hemp made. Here's what I know for certain. It definitely wasn't polyester because it was catching fire and it was burning, not melting, which means we're talking cotton fibers or at the very least hemp and cotton. But yeah, I'm saying no polyester in there because that would have just gone down. And weed isn't a problem. Dude, I'm not saying weed isn't a problem. I'm saying there's bad actors in all camps. But what makes a good community is a community that calls out its bad actors. Like a pothead who sits here and says that somebody that can't, I don't know, take a moment to realize that his habit is a public nuisance and that he is a bit of a problem. Again, that's calling out a bad actor. Ripping on this guy and saying, what's his nut from Heroes is finally learning to splice open people's brains. God, I can't remember that actor's name. I've been trying this whole time. Again, that's calling out a bad actor. This is a bad actor. Bad pothead. Bad. Toastmaster. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Are you? What?
So wait a minute. They actually went to go help him? That's even more hilarious. This has got to be in, like, San Francisco. Jolly Green Dickhead saying, haha, I was thinking of the guy from Heroes too. Right? I think we all were. The dude that went on to, like, later play Spock or some shit. Yeah, we were all thinking of him. This is one of the alternate realities where he didn't realize he had superpowers. And you know why? Because he didn't go through all that traumatic shit. Because he had weed. Proving, once again, as I've always said, weed is not the problem. People are the problem. The Human Torch origin story. I mean, technically, you're not wrong. That was a very much Human Torch origin story. But I'll say this. What kind of Human Torch would that be? I mean, I want to see that Human Torch. Who is playing Afro Man in the background? Was someone playing Afro Man in the background? Did I miss that? I didn't catch Afro Man in the background. And I now, I need to see if Afro Man was in the background. I apologize. We're going to grab that clip one more time. I better pull the audio down because we have to see if Afro Man was indeed in the background. Because we're not missing that. All right.
What? Yeah, drugs in public, guys.
I love that he goes back and hits the pipe again. Video, Johnny. Look, I was listening. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was listening. I don't hear Afro Man. I don't know his catalog well enough to know if that bass beat is one of his, but I can't hear any. I need to hear singing to know Afro Man.
What?
And I can't boost it anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, drugs in public, guys.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's Afro Man. It sounded like the business was playing I Want to Get High, but nope, it's a different song, my bad. Yeah, but dude, I'll say this. That's a beat that I could believe isn't in an Afro Man song. There's some really, really good Afro Man songs, though, especially lately. But yes, again, Pothead. I'm saying Pothead.
Oh my God.
I'm guessing he's holding his shirt out. It looks like he's holding something else in there. He pulled the pipe out. Not wasting an opportunity. Again, Pothead. Lighting his shirt on fire in public. Bad actor. Respect people's space, bro.
Are you?
I love that she stops filming him to go ask if he's okay now. She waits until he rips his shirt off. And yes, I did actually spit on myself. She waits until he rips his shirt off and jumps up. And then she's like, oh, hey, are you okay? I've just been filming you for clicks, likes, and views. But now I'm gonna be concerned. So we're gonna make sure that, sir, are you okay? Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, so we have another dramatic video of this one of a rescue from a pilot in alligator-infested waters. Holy Jesus, Ivy. Let's check this video out. This dramatic... oh, Jesus, coughing. This dramatic video shows the moment when a pilot of an airplane that crash-landed into alligator-infested waters in Florida Everglades was rescued from the wing of the partially submerged aircraft. According to the Miami-Dade Fire and Rescue, first responders were alerted to the reports of the downed aircraft just before 10:30 a.m. on October 31st. How long was the guy down there? They arrived at the scene. They found the pilot sitting on the plane's wing. Because the area was not suitable for rescue to land, they lowered a first responder down to rescue the pilot by hoisting him up to a hovering helicopter. How long was he down there, though? Is this the video?
If you've ever grilled, you know you can count on propane to make everything great. But did you know propane also powers school buses that produce lower emissions that lead to higher test scores? Or that propane can cut your energy...
I don't mean to pause and critique an advertisement. How does propane power school buses that can lead to lower test scores? What does it matter how the bus gets there? What part does the fuel on the bus have to do with the test scores? I'm slipping into Gilbert Godfrey apparently. Fuck it, let's do it. I want to know, I ask you, how does the propane on the bus result in lower test scores? Are you telling me that people who test poorly in school can only do well if they get high as a kite on propane emissions? Are you telling me lower test scores are happening because children are huffing fumes from the back of the school bus? Well, at least we know now why it's always the darker ones. Did you know propane is powering school buses, leading to better test scores? How? How are the higher test scores linked directly to the propane school bus? How? I ask you. Oh, we muted this because I don't want to take it anymore. And you know what? Maybe we should unmute it. Let's hear more of your outrageous propane claim.
And environmentally friendly for everyone. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
Right, propane.com. We wouldn't lie to you. Fracking isn't a problem. After all, why would you ask any questions? We're pushing green initiatives. Why would we lie to you about how awesome propane is? Use propane. Don't ask how we get it. Sure, several states in America can't trust their drinking water, but use propane. Awake Jimmy saying, at Johnny Chimpo, thanks for the gifted sub. Yeah, man, and Jimmy, again, man, we should get some messages about maybe arranging a little like Dark Tide or something, maybe a Sunday thing. I don't know, a little game action, you know what I mean? Just a little, yeah. I just can't do it on my regular show because, like I said, my audience has spoken. Alrighty, so here's our footage courtesy of Miami-Dade Fire and Rescue. Happy birthday, Jimmy. What? It's Jimmy's birthday? I didn't know. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Go subscribe to Wake Jimmy for his birthday. Rescue? No, they're using him to fish for gator. Human bait, hook, no substitutions. I mean, okay. I'll believe you. I guess no baits like human bait. Go away, I'm baiting. This is thrilling. I'm so glad I'm playing this footage. Where are the alligators? They said alligator-infested waters. I don't see any alligators, and I'll tell you why I'm looking for the alligators. If any of you have been watching this show regularly, you may remember I'll have to go through this quickly. Several months ago, we did a story about helicopters passing over an alligator farm in Australia. Now, we are in Florida, but the reason why I'm curious about this is because apparently with the alligator farm, when helicopters pass over, the low thumping of the helicopter blade apparently kind of causes alligators to get super-duper horny. So I'm more worried that this is going to turn from a feeding frenzy to a fucking frenzy, and I want to see what happens. Are we about to see some alligator dick? I hope so, because we've got all of the right parts in the pie here. Nope, lowering a guy down. Failing to drink out of a cup. I don't even... Oh, there's the plane. We're not even near the plane. Okay. Now we're just dangling the guy over the water. Who's the bait?
I feel strangely drawn to its presence.
And a second raid now by Small Egg Picker with 2 people. Raiding with a party of 2. Second time around. That's almost ironic. The only way it gets better is if it's a party of 5 because it's a 90s reference. I don't know why that's relevant. But anyways, let's go. Animal on animal isn't TOS. Let's go. Yeah, dude, I want to, Rusty Grammar saying Small Egg Picker, God bless. Yeah, the raids are fun. This is great.
Or slow forward, please. Or slow forward, right.
Oh, now we have audio? Again, we don't get...
Rescuers on the step. Passing the safety.
Do we have... All right, so wait a minute. You brought them both up at the same time. We don't have any alligator action? Well, F that. I don't even see a gator. Why are we doing dramatic video shows the rescue? I mean, if they're alligator-infested waters, I better see some gators. I don't even have a clip highlighting any gators. Again, nothing. You completely blue-balled me on this one. Damn it, local news. I hope you're happy. All right, we'll read through this story quick, and then we will fire back into the chat. And Sandy Squatch saying, gotta go. Thanks for the show. Have a good night. Thank you, Sandy. Fallen the Great, I'm going to see if I can get this quote right. Now, again, I want to point out that I'm quoting Fallen the Great on my chat here. It'll show up momentarily. This is on the YouTube. Israel has made it to the heart of Gaza City. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, God wills it. Is that the way it's supposed to go? Is that a Bon Jovi? That's a Bon Jovi song, right? Bon Jovi. Again, Bon Jovi. Alrighty, so let's get through this story quick. This is a one we're going to read. Then we've got a couple of crazy clips to go through, as well as one other reading story. And we've got extra stuff if we get through all of that. Delta Airlines is backing one of its flight attendants who is accused of discrimination for failing to make allergy accommodations for a traveler on a flight from New York City to San Diego. Now, the fact that it's going to San Diego should tell you exactly who the bad person in the story is. But let's read it out and see where you guys land. When a California family asked that no almonds be served on the October 2022 flight due to a teenager's allergy, the flight attendant denied the request, according to a complaint filed to the U.S. Department of Transportation. Deborah Gainalis I'm going to say it's Gianalis. And her mother, Deanna Gianalis. Oh, so the teenager was a... Oh, wait, no, you filed it on behalf of her teenage son. All right, so you and your mother filed it on behalf of your kid. Wow, way to say there's no dad in the picture. The complaint states that the family requested they have the opportunity to wipe down KC's seating, that Delta make an announcement alerting passengers that someone with a nut allergy was on board, and that Delta refrain from serving almonds during the flight. So a plane of how many people is supposed to change its entire plan because what, your kid is going to go into anaphylactic shock at the knowledge of almonds? Can't you just have him not eat any nuts? I'm sorry, lady, this is nuts. Labglass saying alligators are always erect. You know what? Pause this story because that lady sounds like a Karen, and I now need to look this fact up. I should have checked with the chat beforehand. Are alligators always erect? Why do I follow these questions? Because this is just going to be a problem for my chat later, or my Google search later. Ooh, that's not an L. Who can't learn to type anymore? Gators. Nope, not dinosaurs. Gators always. Holy shit, if you type in always, the second search is erect. Male American alligators are always prepared. Most, if not all, other animal penises inflate from a flaccid state, but gators keep theirs permanently erect, and that's not all. The penis shoots out from inside the animal's body and then bounces back like a rubber band. Holy Jesus. Animal facts I didn't need to know. So alligators will literally always fuck you up one way or another. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about it. They are ready to go. Oh my God. That's just... Rusty Gator, I didn't know I descended from gators. I guess it's better than being a primate. Oh. Trucker 18-wheeler, I have heard that someone with nut allergy, that the smell of nuts can make someone with nut allergies, what does that say, can die? If that was how bad it is for that person, that's a you need to make life around. Look, I'm saying this as someone who believes my own condition is a point of proof. There's a certain level of existence you have to realize you can't force on other people, all right? I can't force people to... Look, if society falls to, crumbles to zero tomorrow, I'm gone. You know what? And so is that kid. Because apparently that kid's existence is too fragile. You've got a bubble boy. Mr. Q, ever been R-worded by a gator? I mean, I'm sure somebody has. They're just walking around with a pipe ready to roll. Have dick, will F. I mean, hello, gators. Sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it is. And I wouldn't want to be that person to survive a gator attack if an attack happened, let alone an R-wording. That whole, oof. Go into, like, PTSD every time you see a leather handbag, because it just reminds you of that big old alligator dick. Just came out of nowhere. It just kept coming. Just back and forth and back and forth. And it's just like blah, 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 blah. How does it do that? Why can't I stop thinking about it? Alrighty. Let's keep going with our show. As the complaint states, The family requested to have the opportunity to wipe down the seat. Again, the wipe down the seat, I understand. You have some extremely difficult requests that you made, like, what, at the gate? When were these requests made? Oh, the flight attendant. So you told this to a flight attendant. You gave them no lead time for this. So you just walked up to a lady saying, hey, before our plane takes off, we need to wipe down the seat and no almonds on board for the whole flight. And everyone needs to know we have someone with a severe nut allergy. You don't do that. That's a call the airplane when you book your flight thing. Alrighty, I'm glad they're sticking by the flight attendant. As the complaint states, the family requested they have the opportunity to wipe down the seat. Right. All right, I don't want to say how to pronounce this name, but I feel like there's a way to pronounce it. All right. The pronunciation.
Please, show me your dick! That's nasty. You're a pervert.
All right. No. It's this one. There's no. All right. Let's hear it. Where is play?
Gianulus.
It looks like Gianulus. All right, whatever. Alrighty, so the family claims the Delta flight attendant denied those requests, which forced Casey and his entire family to deplane and remain stranded in New York at great expense. Well, then maybe you should have checked with the airline beforehand. I hate to point this out, Deborah, because I can't say Gianulus. Your son had this nut allergy before you booked these tickets. You waited till you got on the plane. Guess who's a cunt? You are. All right, let's go ahead and ditch that out and move on. Because, again, we don't need to cover that anymore. I feel like we're good. We're running low on time. We've got a couple of different clips to play. And you know what? We'll read through this quick just to laugh at it. WeWork, it's a company which was trying to really revolutionize how people work. Has filed for bankruptcy. So again, an office sharing firm has gone belly up after years of hype and a bunch of woes. One of this, hey, let's do a new way to do things because we, we're hip, we're young, and we got a new hot way to do it. It didn't work. Turns out that certain wheels can't be reinvented, and my voice can't stop cracking. So we've got a couple of videos to play, and then we'll load a few more. Again, going for another 15, 20 minutes. Thank you so much for Awake Jimmy for the raid, everyone for the earlier hype train, the bits, the subs, the PayPals, the Venmos, all of that awesomeness. Our first clip is not terribly long. Wild turkeys are now apparently learning to use crosswalks. This isn't new. I found other clips that are older than this, but this one's the latest of turkeys using crosswalks, which begs the question of, are they learning how to exist in our society so they can avoid getting murdered? Because I have to respect that. I feel like if they start hanging out in town and in areas where they're not allowed to be shot, and they're avoiding traffic so they don't get hit by cars by taking crosswalks, I mean, we got to give it to them then, right? We got to let them go. You can't, dude, they're learning how to, they're becoming a better part of society than some people. Just look at San Francisco. At least when they shit on the street, I understand. Holy crap, that looks like someone did shit on the street right there. Holy Jesus. Maybe it was a bird. There's a whole community of them. They've learned how to obey the laws of traffic. Should we be concerned? Should we be worried? Is this a bad thing or a good thing? All right. Show me 50 bits. Oh, thank you for the playing the show me thing. They are law-abiding poultry. Leave them be. Right? Leave them be. And you know what? I say if they choose to start bearing firearms, God bless. They have the right to the Second Amendment. They're just a bunch of birds trying to defend themselves. So considering that there is a community of birds over there, there's a bunch of birds, and I think that's a turd over there. So that's pretty safe. That's probably a wild turkey bird turd. Hey, Alex, wild turkey bird turd. Did you have that on the bingo board? I certainly didn't.
Hey, buddy.
Now I just want to see a redneck loading a shotgun going, I can't pass this up. They're right there. It's hunting season, and there's a whole bunch of birds. Oh, and that's from Breitbart. Yay. Well, the music, I gotta say, remarkably polka-like, and I feel that is, that's insinuating something. I don't know what it's insinuating, but I feel offended on behalf of people. Anyways, that's all right. As U.S. citizens, they deserve the Constitution as much as the next feller or the next fowl. Rusty Grammar saying, there's other animals in society that aren't that courteous. Right? We're both thinking of the same people. Hippies. All right. I mean, you know, the patchouli smell is what makes it. All right. So we've got another video to play, and a trucker 18-wheeler. Wow, man. I'm going to just where is that? We're going to just drop that from there because Jesus, man. Sometimes I forget that I have the chat on the screen, and that could get me in trouble. Cuz I don't say these things. All right. Let's see what this is all. Nothing to get up about. Just a bunch of random alerts. Alrighty. So here we go. We have this video again. 7 minutes. We're gonna like 10 minutes or so in the show. We got a couple other videos we can pull up too to laugh at and have a good time with. But let's check out this one. Do you guys like? Do you guys like Animal Planet? You guys like hot rods? I love hot rods. I think we have 2 muscle cars right here. I love the red with the black racing stripes. I dare say Chevelle. Looks Chevelle-esque. Chevelle-esque. Or maybe, was there a 4-door Camaro? It looks like a 4-door, but that looks like a 2. I don't know. That looks like a Chevelle, but let's enjoy some American muscle.
Old school. Yeah.
All right, never mind. So this is like a truck or something. The hood, the quasi scoop on the hood made me think muscle. But I guess I'm looking at the dash. Definitely not muscle. The refresh air freshener. Yeah. Okay. This is a much newer car. It might be a truck. I don't know. But that one up there, definitely, yeah, old school car. Old school. There was a 4-door Chevelle. Wasn't common, but exists, says Rusty Grammar. All right, so it is a Chevelle. I was right. I spotted my Chevelle. One of my dream babies right there. Definitely something I've never even gotten close to the price range of, so I don't even entertain the thought of it. Unlike my Ford Galaxy, another baby I love. But let's be honest. Red Chevelle, black racing stripes. How you doing? Oh no. no. What the? Let's go back. All right. It's, sir, let's go back to here. 69 Chevelle. Oh, so they're doing it. Let's go back to this point. Suspect blaming ka-chow. Yeah. Ka-ow. Mikey saying 69 or 70. I took a blue 4-door Chevelle to my senior prom. Way to brag, Mikey. Way to brag, buddy. Rocking it like a pimp. Now, sir, it's raining. Your vehicle does not have posi traction because it's an older car, which means your back end can get a little loose if if you hit the gas. What did you do? Hit the gas. Back end got a little loose. Did I call it? I called it and ordered a pizza. And what happened? Oh, that's a whole lot of damage to this car. That's probably a damn near totaling of this car. Yep, that's a totaling of that car. They just ate a road sign and they caught themselves a little Dukes of Hazzard air. That's a family that weren't ready for that.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lordy. Holy Jesus. And now the car is ass over tea kettle, rolling end over end. They've deployed all of their airbags, and your 69 Chevelle, I'm guessing even if it can be repaired, let's just say you might have to sell it to... I'm just saying, I think I know who's at fault.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I hate to keep pausing it. Look at that poor, beautiful beast. Just effed up. That is the front bumper, the frame, the quarter panel, the hood, possibly an alignment issue. And again, totaled vehicle over here, which, by the way, I'd like to say, if you ever need an advertisement of old versus new, how again, they had it better in the olden days. Look, those people might survive, but I'm just saying, overall, that's a better car. But again, that car, that Kia, let's go help them. All right. Again, I want to know what you're driving. All right. One last time for this week, because we don't have time to load any more clips anyway. Slightly used. I know what I have. John promised something popular kids did. All right, mister. I drove a Chevelle to prom. I never drove a Chevelle to prom. You know what I drove? I drove an 89 Grand Dam, and it had, oh, apparently Bill Maher. All right, you know what I drove? An 89 Grand Dam, okay? And it had a hole in the rear strut part of the wheel well, okay? And it was a real piece of garbage, okay? But you know what? I drove that to 3 proms in 1 year, okay? John Marshall, Century, and Mayo. I went to all 3, because who was a pimp? I was a pimp. But that was high school, and I've grown now, and now I've learned that nobody wants this crippled dick, and it's all ended. But hey, at least I've learned, and I had my moment. And I didn't want to bring that out. I didn't want to do it, Mikey. But you had to flaunt your prom was a popular kid thing. Well, guess what? I must have been a popular kid, because I didn't even go to 2 of those schools. Hell, I barely went to 1 of them, and I still graduated. Anyways, now I'm just depressed because apparently those were the glory days. Now it's all downhill.
Old school. Yeah.
just like this car. I had a beautiful moment in time, and now it's behind me, and it's all about to end, and none of us know it's happening. I'm guessing that this is some sort of new age muscle car, and they tried to flaunt, or they just wanted to pass this thing. Either way, whether your aim was to speed by grandma or Family Guy in his Kia, or show off to this blue car, or just, you know, floor it because, hey, big dick will travel. Oops.
Oh no. Oh no. Охренеть.
That wasn't graveyard. What did he say? Sounds like a Japanese accent. Green yard? Yeah, I don't know what that was. Suspect blaming goes, 3 proms, you must have really ran through the starting football players. No, this is how it worked out. I took, what was it, to John Marshall, a lady that wanted to bone me. Didn't happen, by the way. Did not happen. Lady that wanted to bone me to John Marshall. And then the other 2 were ladies I wanted to bone. And just out of respect for those 2 women, won't say how that went. Won't say how that went. Draw your own conclusions. It was so long ago, it doesn't even matter anymore. Anyways. All right, that sounds like German. That sounds like German. Sounds like 2 dudes speaking German. And I have some assumptions about that, but I'll keep those to myself.
No. We're straight. Just marry.
Hey, who said anything? I certainly didn't. Anyways, we went a couple minutes over. It's been a crazy awesome show. Thank you for being part of it. Thank you for welcoming me back after surviving death's door. I don't know. Repeatedly vomiting throughout the day today. I don't know what that is either. Either way, we'll be on the Steel Toe Show tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow afternoon. And Steel Toe Show Thursday here. You know how it is. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. We'll figure out how everything. I didn't even pass the 8th grade, so quit bragging. Mr. Q, we all have different wins. You know? Just don't die. I have a routine, and I don't like to change. I'm not planning to. Like I said, come hell or high water, as I proved today, even if it means keeping a bucket on hand, we can do a show. So we'll be back tomorrow. You guys have been awesome. Au revoir. Raid Lemmy. All right, you know what? It's going to take a second because I'm having trouble typing. My hand is shitty. So, Raid. The raid has begun for little Lemmy. Get in on it. Get in on her show. We're ready. Here we go. Raiding out.
What the fuck? Fuck. Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you 2 fucking